you'd miss so much. He's a scholar of boxing, and there's probably not a man alive who knows more about the all-time greats. He could talk to you about like Harry Greb and Jack Johnson and Stanley Ketchel. He could talk to you about guys that like you never heard before.
Even the
decided from this moment on to recognize me as the scholar of boxing. That's it, Jim. The rope when he got hit with the beautiful shot back and forward. That's the right. That's the right. Damn, leans back and forward to the right hook. People don't know shit about boxing at all. Did you get what you was looking for?
This motherfucker don't miss.
No, he's fucking good.
That motherfucker don't miss, man.
He's good.
In the heat of battle, he don't miss.
No.
In the heat of controversy, he don't miss.
No.
Y'all heard Snoop. I don't fucking miss. I'm Steph Curry with the shot, still cooking with the pots. It's goddamn genius. Jesus of all Jesus, master of all motherfucking masters. Man, look. I ain't gonna lie. I'm getting a little bit used to doing shows in the daytime. I like the shit, but you can never beat nighttime. Nighttime is where most of the non-sleeping minds stay up. You know what I mean, with thoughts and you know what I mean. Great minds. It's hard for great minds to sleep because there's so much thinking involved. So, I still got to give the fix to the people there with the non-boxing. Like I said, not everybody that's subscribed to my channel is doing boxing, but today during the pop-up live that we're doing, during this motherfucking Texas heat, god damn, it's hot out here. Like, bro, that's crazy. And it was windy. My car door almost blew off the hinge whenever I opened the door today. I'm like, what the fuck is Texas finna get a tornado? So yeah, man. This episode is brought to you by Scholar Cooling Fans. Make sure you get one link in the description, brothers and sisters, because if you stay in Texas and that Texas heat, it is keeping you up. You know what I mean? Make sure you go and get the fans. So so today's episode, we wanted to do the heavyweights, right? The most prestige division in the sport of boxing, the first division, the division that everybody looks to, the one that they say is the health of our division, the entire sport of boxing. So today we got to rate the heavyweights, man. Because interesting conversation came up now that we have an undisputed. We finally got a first undisputed in 25 years because, like I said, Vladimir Klitschko and his brother ruled for a long time, but they never fought each other. So they were, and they basically jumped people. Let's be way honest about it. If you beat one of the Klitschkos, you had to beat the other brother. And the first fight with one brother would be so tough that the other brother would figure you out, and he had a manual stored at the helms of both of the fighters. So that's why their dominance was so. Not only were they statue, like their physique was really big, no diddy, but they had the fact that both of them was big. You had to beat one, then go beat the other, and then both of them had the greatest strategists, one of the greatest strategists of all time in Emmanuel Stewart. So they ruled for a long time, and they were brothers, so they never fought each other, like I said. But we haven't had undisputed in 25 years. So the conversation of who's the greatest heavyweight has kind of died down, and I don't like that. Like I said, there used to be documentaries during my time of growing up during the 90s where they had Ali versus Tyson debates and stuff like that. You know, that keeps the sport of boxing healthy. That's why everybody argues over a mythical list, which is the pound for pound list, right? Everybody has who should be number one and who should not be, and et cetera, right? Because mythical matchups and mythical talk and, you know what I mean, all that talk it is good for the sport. I mean, it creates good conversation, barroom talk, et cetera, et cetera. But because we haven't had one in 25 years, it's what the game's been missing. So we're gonna give the game what they've been missing. And shout out to my boy Rob G. He put fire emojis, and Deuce said number 12 all time is Usyk. Deuce, who's in front of Usyk? And how you automatically just got to know. I like how you did that, Deuce. You just threw him in there 12 because you know if you throw him 1 through 5 out, you get some pushback. So throw him 12. You know what I mean? You don't really know who in front or behind. You just know he up there around somewhere 12. Smart man, dude. Smart man. But yeah, man, I love that we finally got it undisputed. We finally got it undisputed so we can finally get back to these type of conversations instead of just a pound for pound list, because heavyweights ain't even supposed to be on a pound for pound anyway. So now we can get back to the greatest of all time heavyweights list. And I was watching pro boxing, and I was watching Chris Algieri and Paulie talk about, you know, the heavyweights today and how good Usyk is, and Usyk's being rated of all time. I just cringe. Deuce, you know what I mean? At least Deuce said he's number 12. I think Paulie was making an argument for him being top 5. I can't remember exactly. What's up, Victor? But yeah, it kind of just made me cringe. So we gotta go ahead and and give our opinions on this, because where does Lennox Lewis right? He's on there too. My boy Bo is working on the list right now. I just went live just so the room could populate, and so I could just chop it up with y'all. Meanwhile, but you know the best part. So everybody who knows me knows I don't like Alexander Usyk, right? What I'm gonna say, I don't like him. I just think he's overrated, right? I can't possibly dislike the man. All he does is win, right? I'm not a hater. I'm not like the people who hate Tom Brady because all he does is win. Like on this DJ Khaled shit, all he do is win no matter what. But he's not my favorite. Let me just say that. Like when I look at his skill set, what he possessed, not a whole lot of power, not a whole lot of speed. Like he don't even got the footwork of a Lomachenko, and he's fights out of the same camp. At least if he had the footwork of the Lomachenko, he could still do his razzle dazzle thing. You remember when Lomachenko was making people quit, and when it's just his footwork and just his will? Those two things they was calling him Nomashenko, and saying he takes people hearts and all this stuff. Usyk has never possessed those qualities. You know what I mean? Even though they work with the same guy. The one quality he does have that Lomachenko has, I think Usyk, well, I know Usyk is more mentally stronger than Lomachenko. As weird as that sounds, because Lomachenko, they rate Lomachenko as probably the best amateur of all time. Really he's highly touted, right? But I think Usyk may be more mentally stronger than him. And only because what he's accomplished and taking bigger punches from bigger guys, and he's never dissipated in the fight or evaporated. He's always been there. And when it looked like he was going to quit in the AJ fight, getting hit with those major body shots, he comes right back. So it's like, that's why I told people before the fight while I was picking Usyk, he's a guy you just can't count out. You know what I mean? Now he need to walk off into the sunset, because I think the heavyweights are too big for him, and he got all the belts. No reason to continue to fight. But money talks, bullshit runs a marathon. You never know what he's going to do. He sticks around, he's going to lose that O. He's gonna lose that O. Like he almost like got dominated. Well, he definitely got dominated by Derek Chisora. You know what I mean? So yeah, he has to probably has to wrap or walk off into the sunset if he wants his legacy to remain intact. But he said, great topic. He said, where's Lennox Lewis from? He said, Scholar, give your list. You gotta wait, bro. We gotta wait for Bo to pull up. He said, I'm very few. Scholar, not very few. That's fucking hilarious, bro. No, we gotta wait for Bo to pull up. Bo's working on the list right now as we speak. Bo's in the mechanic shop. I just came in to chop it up with y'all. But like I was saying, with Usyk, the reason why I knew he would beat Tyson Fury, and Tyson Fury's on the list too. And look, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get a lot of pushback from Bo. What's up, like that? I'm sure I'm gonna get a lot of pushback from Bo, because Bo really, really likes Tyson Fury. So that's why I wanted more people on the panel, so it just wouldn't just be my opinion. So we could do like majority rules and, you know what I mean, do our voting thing. But Tyson Fury is overrated to me. And the way the fight played out is exactly what Tyson Fury expected. Never mind what the Scholar expected. Tyson Fury expected it to go like that too. That's why y'all go look. For people who like to watch film, I want y'all to do something. Type in Tyson Fury highlights, right? And you're going to see Tyson Fury doing a whole lot of upper body movement, looking to the crowd. Remember Deontay Wilder? He put his hands behind his back, stuck his chin out. He did all of those things. You remember that? And he looked comfortable doing it. And Deontay Wilder is a bigger puncher with longer reach. You go to the Usyk fight, he didn't look comfortable trying to style in there. He looked uncomfortable the entirety of the fight. It's because Tyson Fury was aware of what I knew. You can never count Usyk out. And Usyk is very mentally strong. Like, that's why he didn't try none of the tippy toe tactics that he do in the face-offs, where he stand up on his tippy toes to make himself look bigger, similar to Sonny Liston putting the wraps up under his chest. He never tried any of those intimidation tactics because they didn't work. And even when his dad had headbutted somebody from Usyk's camp, he tried to justify it, right? He was like, just a push, because he wanted any type of mental edge he could get. And you know, it's crazy. People, I remember Emmanuel Stewart did an interview one time, and Emmanuel Stewart was like, well, you know, Tyson Fury is the closest thing that we have Muhammad Ali, which, look, I love Emmanuel Stewart, but I think that's fucking blasphemous. He said this before he even fought Deontay Wilder. But Emmanuel Stewart was a guy who loved height, right? And because trainers are literally, everybody talk about boxers having styles. Trainers have styles as well, right? You ever notice that Emmanuel Stewart does really, really good with tall guys who could jab and grab? It's not a coincidence. That's why he likes that type of build. Teddy Atlas likes more of an aggressive guys, like Customato more. Emmanuel's what's his name? Having a brain fart. Joe Frazier. Joe Frazier would have did better under Emmanuel Stewart. I mean, would have did better under Customato than Eddie Futch. And even though Eddie Futch was a great trainer, because Eddie Futch has a similar training style to Emmanuel Stewart, which is like, you know, the boxing type. They need big physical attributes from their fighters, you know, being long, rangy, no diddy, and then they can control range. That's more their style. Joe Frazier had a more of an aggressive style. So Eddie Futch was a great trainer, no doubt about that. But I think that in the grand scheme of things, Customato style would have been way better for Joe Frazier. So yeah, so I just think that it's gonna be a pretty interesting list if Bo ever make it here. He's gonna be a lot of pushback. There's gonna be a lot of pushback. I guarantee you that, because I'm not a big fan of it. And then we got some controversial names on there. Floyd Patterson. Who else we got on there? We got Floyd Patterson. We got Sam Langford. You know what I mean? We got Ezra Charles. Some pretty credible guys. So this is going to be a pretty interesting list. Like that said, salute. What's up, like that? He said Fury uppercutted himself, should not be on any list because of that, bro. I cannot believe that. The amount of coordination, lack of coordination that it takes to throw an uppercut and punch yourself in the face. That's crazy. If you could punch yourself in the face, you could knock your own self out, which is kind of like that just defeats the whole argument about Fury's coordination and being a big guy with fast hands. They only give Fury compliments. But the point I was making a while ago. With Tyson Fury and Usyk, I always thought Usyk was win. But the reason why I couldn't even root for Tyson Fury is because, like I say, today's fans have become size queens, right? So that they value size over everything. They think size wins all. And I knew the argument if Tyson Fury won was that nobody could beat him. He's unbeatable. And that, you know, nobody's ever fought a guy with that type of size. That's why he beats everybody, because of his size. And then nobody could handle that size. But because he went in there and got his ass marked up by a smaller guy, now we've taken away this size argument, and thank God for that. But now we have a new argument that unfolded, which is Usyk is Usyk one of the greatest of all times, because he's comparing him to Muhammad Ali. So, like I said, that's why we need this list. We need conversations like this, whether you agree or disagree. And I think I have a pretty knowledgeable chat. I put my chat up against anybody, bro. Anybody's chat, minus the trolls. He said, whoop, whoop, no Nello, no Bud, USA, USA. Why we put Canelo and Bud on here? It's crazy. On a heavyweight list, you definitely trolling. He said, woo, that was a close one. He said, who you got, Jake Paul? He said, it really depends on how high you rate Fury, AJ, Dubois, or Chisora. I'm going to be honest with you. Chisora is not even going to make the list, Victor. He's not even going to make the list, bro. It's just too many people. So we have people from different eras who were just victim of being from that era. And that's all they were a victim of. And you can't really fault them for that. Like Ernie Schaefer's would have a belt today, right? Because, I mean, we've seen it before. Deontay Wilder only had a right hand. Deontay Wilder ain't punching that much harder, if he is punching harder than Ernie Schaefer's. So he would have a belt today. Probably that WC strap too, depending on what kind of supervisor or manager or whatever the case he had. Somebody that could go out there and lobby for him and keep him protected. You know what I mean, and pay those sanctioning fees. So yeah, man. It's gonna be an interesting list. But a lot of newer guys are not gonna make it just because the older guys were better. Like that 70s group, that 80s group, Mike Weaver and those guys, they will be champs today. UK roster. Oh, I didn't even think about that, boxing fan. You're right, bro. A lot of those UK fighters fell victim to him. That's crazy. You're right. You're right, though. Schaefer's would be a 2-time division champion. Mike White was disposed of from a guy that moved up from light heavyweight to heavyweight. He skipped it. He never stopped at cruiserweight. He just skipped the weight and went to that weight and was dominant, very dominant. Had a dominant win over Mike White, and didn't allow Mike White, who was 7 foot and athletic, and I don't know I don't know how racist you are, but was also black, right? What they say, slick black fighters. He would have been categorized as slick because he had a good jab, good footwork, especially for a big man. Michael Moore made work easy work of that guy, and was probably like 6'2". You know what I mean? He just had he had good skills from Emmanuel Stewart. And he said, "Yo, I am here for the apple juice." That's fucking hilarious. He said, "My fault, fam." He said, "Heavyweight is the topic." He said, "Yeah, absolutely. Shavers could do that." He said, "Usyk proved that Fury would lose to top 70 and 80 heavyweights." And that's what I was talking about, my invested interest on the outcome. I love the fact that we could kill this argument about Tyson Fury just beating people just because he was so much bigger than them, because he couldn't even do it to the people in his time. I love it, bro. I love it. Yeah, hold on, y'all give me a sec. Said, "Do you think that Roy Jones would beat John Ruiz? Could Usyk? Oh, excuse me. Do you think Roy Jones, who beat John Ruiz, could cause Usyk problems in heavyweight? That would be an interesting matchup, and I would be all for it, bro. Usyk versus him, Roy Jones, because Roy Jones can match him in speed, and and Usyk likes to fight from a bouncing style, and I'm like, I don't know, bro. I think I can see Roy Jones timing Usyk. Let's just like he did John Ruiz, and making him have to respect Roy's power. So that would be a good ass matchup. That would be one of my fantasy matchups, along with, another fantasy matchup I would like to see: Joe Frazier versus Holyfield. That fucking, bro, I would fucking pay. I would pay for $1,000 nosebleed seat for that fucking fight, bro. That fight would be so fucking exciting, bro. He said, Fury should have lost to John McDermott. Is it McDermott or McDermott? Elaborate, boxing fan. I don't know all of Fury's fights. Elaborate on that, brother. What do you mean? You mean he got a controversial decision? Did the referee step in and do some funny shit? What happened in that fight, bro? He said, "Who do you think will win between Mike Tyson and Jake Paul?" Well, obviously, I want Mike Tyson to win. I don't know who will win. I know that they recently said this about Mike Tyson. They recently, so the headline came out, and it was just that Mike Tyson, was suffering from a medical emergency on the plane. I'm like, a medical emergency? Like what did he faint? Like, what the fuck? Like, what's going on? Like, and I thought they were just trying to spin shit, right? So, because you know what the media is, bro. It's more eye catching to put Mike Tyson suffers a medical emergency, to just put Mike Tyson not feeling so good after flight, because they know that this fight is coming up, and everybody wants to latch onto this narrative that Mike Tyson is too old for the sport of boxing. So this helps, the media is about laziness and sensationalism. So this is part of the sensationalism. But Mike Tyson released a tweet, and I ain't gonna lie, this was concerning for me that Mike Tyson said this. Mike Tyson said, "Now feeling 100%, even though I don't need to be Jake Paul." And it's just like, damn, Mike. Like, look, they said Mike had ulcers that were acting up. I'm like, ulcers? The fuck? How the fuck did that get activated by the flight? Nausea? I've been getting car sick since I was like 7 or 8, so it might be some shit going on like that. And every now and then when I go on the plane, I get sick as well. And it's like that. It was like that when I was younger, and it's gonna probably be like that when I'm older. So I take that with a grain of salt. But Mike saying that he don't need to be 100%. That is concerning for me. I don't know. I know the fight ain't that far off, and I remember what he said. The closer to the fight, the more confidence I get, and then when I walk in the ring, I'm a god. So I don't know if that's part of Mike Tyson's ego. You know what I mean? Because he says the Barbarian King. I don't know if it's that coming to fruition or what it's doing, but I don't know, man. That tweet concerned me more than the medical scare, right? Because it lets me know, it lets me a peek inside of it. I'm like, damn, Mike, don't underestimate Jake Paul. I know that you've been through tougher guys, you know what I mean? So, but don't underestimate him. Said it's pretty interesting. Mike Tyson is not a top 10 either. Either is Usyk. I think you mean neither. Said Fury got a gift decision versus John Murdoch. Okay. Only because John Murdoch's dad knocked out the referee ages ago. Really? I've never heard, boxing fan. I've never heard that before, bro. You giving me some breaking news. Shout out to boxing fan for being a young scholar. He said he said this just happened. Yeah, it just happened, Victor. It happened probably yes. It happened yesterday, but he responded with a tweet today. Said Schaefer would win a title at cruiser and heavyweight. Said boxing fan he destroyed McDermott in the rematch. I don't know much about McDermott, but I bet you he's a smaller guy. Probably fast. Probably all the things that give Tyson Fury nightmares. Hold on, y'all. Give me a sec. I'm sorry about that. You know, I got a little badass baby. So he said Mike Tyson being a savage. He said Mike Tyson knocked out his ulcers. Fucking hilarious. He said technique. I was talking about the first fight. He said most of Mike's wins are cons. Hilarious. He is a god in the ring. Said Mike Tyson made them look like cans. Mike Tyson is overrated. You know what's the most funniest part about boxing is when people say Mike Tyson's overrated, it's the same thing they said about Deontay Wilder, right? I mean, Deontay Wilder's overrated. You guys just don't know. He can't really box and all this other stuff that they said about Deontay Wilder. But then when Tyson Fury beat him, they said Tyson Fury is the greatest of all time for beating the guy who was overrated. You can't make this shit up. Mike Tyson just announced that he's fighting Jake Paul, and that fight's probably going to break records. They estimated that 100 million people would be watching that fight, right? 100 million people didn't even illegally stream or tune in to watch the undisputed heavyweight championship fight between Usyk and Tyson Fury. So that right there lets you know Mike Tyson's statue amongst his contemporaries. He still has contemporaries almost at the age of 60. So as overrated as y'all say he is, like people can't take their fucking eyes off of him, bro. He's like he's captivating, bro. So I mean, you could say that overrated shit. Overrated to who? People that's on their couch who's scared to ask their supervisors for a 25-cent raise. Said Lennox Lewis was the man of his era, not Mike. But Tyson gets all of the love. Tyson gets all of the love because number one, Tyson was a champion when Lennox Lewis was in the amateurs. Mike Tyson was knocking grown men, bro, when he was 20 years old, knocking people out 10 and 15 years older than him. And then when he was a fucking Olympic fight in the Junior Olympics, he fought people that was older than him because at 13 years old, he was beating up grown men. That's why Mike Tyson's always been popular than Lennox Lewis. And then when he sparred Lennox Lewis, he knocked him out. Like, what are you talking about, bro? That's why he outshines Lennox Lewis, because nobody believes, even though the results and the film is out there, nobody believes that Mike Tyson that was in his absolute prime would lose to Lennox Lewis. Nobody believes that. Said Mike Tyson is a legit top 10 heavyweight ever. Facts, Victor. He said, please, Mike, sharpen your foot and make Cuss proud. Sharpen your footwork and make Cuss proud. He said Jake could get a lucky one and land, so don't give him a chance. Facts. That's why Clayton, I hope he's not overconfident. I hope he goes in there and has a respect. You don't have to be fearful where he's overreacting to the shots, but just have a respect for the person that's in front of you. That's all he has to have, and he can do enough to win and bullshit himself. You know what I mean? To stall. And, even his ulcers acting up, I'm just like, that's why I can't overly just pick Mike Tyson, even though the experience lays on the side, because it's like, what if he gets into the ring and his sciatica nerve acts up? Because he definitely has that. Remember, he was walking with a cane. It's a lot of things, a lot of factors that can go into play. Mike has to be perfect, like as far as condition wise that night. And so he could just focus on beating Jake Paul. And Jake Paul is on every juice and steroid. Like, y'all want to talk about like movie shit? This is like Rocky versus the Russian. in my personal opinion. Mike Tyson's the favorite. You know what I mean? He's the guy underdog that everybody's rooting for, the older guy. And Jake Paul is the guy that's on steroids, you know what I mean? Got more popularity. Well, I ain't gonna say that. They're about equal. You know what I mean? No, Mike got more amongst the boxing community. Jake Paul has more mass appeal though. But he said, I think Jake Paul will do a lot of sticking and moving like Roy Jones. He has no other choice. It's not it's that or the end of his career. So you know, Jake Paul can't duplicate what he was able to do. Jake Paul can't duplicate what Roy Jones was able to do. Roy Jones has been doing that for the entirety of his career and his life. So I don't see Jake Paul being able to do that. Jake Paul makes a ton of mistakes. One of the mistakes is he lunges in after he throws his shots. He only throws one punch at a time. He makes a ton of mistakes. I can't see it. I can't see him fighting that type of fight. But hey, you know, never know. I've been wrong before. Give me a sec. Said the ref Terry O'Connor was scared. Who scared Fury was versus Dermot was knocked out by Stan Murdoch, John's dad. He said, "Do you think boxing still has evolved since the early 40s, like other sports? Evolved as far as what? The science? The science remained the same. They learned more about the science, but a lot of those trainers that came on that was great learned from the predecessors, like those little boxing books. Like if you look at Ray Arcel, the Ray Arcel trained Roberto Durant, had him moving and sticking, was similar to those boxing books. Like if you go look at the official stance and all this stuff that they had them doing, it was very similar to what Ray Arcel had Roberto Durant do. So, I mean, they took and built off of what the people before, the giants before came, they stood on their shoulders. So I don't know what you mean by evolve. Everything evolves and adds on, but I don't know what you mean. I think the evolved stuff is too overrated, because even in the NFL, they'd be like, you know, the athletes have evolved. They gotten faster and stronger. And it's like, have they? Because 90% of them do fucking steroids. Is it the athlete or is it steroids? Because the other people were able to achieve what these athletes achieve, you know what I mean, just a little bit less off the juice. So you're telling me that these athletes are so far evolved, then why do they need enhancements? Why do they need pills? So that's pretty loosely what you said. He said, the 70s, I have 4 above Mike. Okay. I have Lewis above him. Mike's not a top 10. So who's the other people you have above him? Because you just gave one, Joe Lewis. He said, well, what I reckon Cuss would say if Jake won. Oh, he would be on Mike's ass. No, did he? He wouldn't let Mike rest. He got mad at Muhammad Ali for losing against Larry Holmes. And Muhammad Ali had Parkinson's in that fight. And he was mad at him. He was telling Muhammad Ali, how did you lose to that bum, Larry Holmes? I don't know if you guys know this, but Larry Holmes, Cus D'Amato wasn't really big on Larry Holmes. And I'm going to be honest with you, neither am I. Neither am I. Give me a second. I got somebody at the door. Said Jake will win. You're optimistic, brother. He said, didn't 2 of the kings acknowledge his skills? Said Jake Pussy Paul is 230 pounds. Said Mike would be a hero if he sent Jake to the floor. He's already a hero, but I agree with you, what you said. Said Mike Tyson needs to KO Jake Paul. Michael is for he definitely got to do that for the culture, bro. I agree with you. Said prime Mike Tyson lost to Buster Douglas to get the fook out of here. Every fighter got a loss. Said not saying he will have success, but stick and move has to be the plan. The longer he stands on in front of Mike, the greater his chances of going to sleep. Yeah, that's not a bad assessment. He says stick and move is his only play. So he doesn't have the resilience of a real pro boxer to stand in front of Mike. He may not be as successful as Roy, but that is his only play. I think his only play is to try to land a right uppercut, stand back, and then try to run Mike into an uppercut. And that's going to be his game plan. That's been his game plan for all of his fights lately. Throw the right hand and throw the right uppercut. He's a one hand fighter. Like Mike, like I don't know. Mike Tyson just has to watch out for his right hand in general. Said Mike Tyson number one, Lennox Lewis number two, Reddy Bowe number three. Oh, Mike's era. Lennox Lewis number one, Reddy Bowe, and then Mike Tyson. Said anybody that thinks Mike is overrated, mildly slow, or Generation Z or younger, that's fucking hilarious. You don't have Holmes top 10 ever. I ain't gonna lie to you, brother. We fit to see today. I got to see what I got to choose from, but I don't think Holmes is top five. He said Jake Paul dissed Mike Tyson at the presser for losing to Douglas. That's hilarious because Douglas right now could probably beat Jake Paul. Give me a sec. Can you hear me, Bo?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Say something.
Yo, yo.
Damn, hold on. Let me hit the refresh one more time.
God damn. It's hard getting these goddamn pictures.
Okay, I can hear you now. Bro, you see Technique put pads as pads. Technique, post a video of you hitting the pads.
So,
The dude in the comments said pads is pad, like as if Mike Tyson won the youngest champion of all time, bro.
this
Like
dude
as if he just
Technique. Who is this, bro? This the UK guy.
nah, that's ain't no UK guy, bro. There be
Wow.
people that be trolling in my chat and they pretend like they from the UK. But I could always tell when they from the UK because UK people, the way they debate, bro, and the language that they use, I was part of a UK group, so I know how they talk, bro. So I know when somebody just trolling.
Okay. Yeah, man. My bad to all the UK fans, man. I'm just talking about Technique specifically, bro. I think I could take 60-year-old Mike Tyson. Technique, I ain't gonna lie. I think he would get knocked out, bro. Devastating fashion. Cause you gotta ask yourself, could you take Jake Paul in a boxing match? I don't know.
Man, Technique just fucking talking, bro. He doing what most people do, bro. Just fucking talk because it's easy to do. Now you ain't got to back it. Well, you never really had to back it up, but now you could literally talk shit from a safe place in the safety of your home. You could be like, man, I'll fuck a prom Lennox Lewis off, a prom Lennox Lewis up, or I'll beat Larry Holmes as that. Like you could literally say shit like this and get away with it, bro.
Yeah, yeah, facts.
Safe
Facts.
distance, bro. The internet has created distance between the real and the fake, the people that walk it, the people that talk it. So the people that talk it have gotten louder.
Agreed. Yep.
Damn, bro. I thought I was gonna be up here rocking 10 minutes, bro. You took you an hour. This better be the best list of all time, bro.
Oh, wait, you was waiting on me the whole time?
Yeah, bro. I was up here cooking, bro.
Oh, I thought you just presented. But I'm not gonna lie, like I think the list is good. I would say it's a rush job. I hope that the pictures is good. I was trying to get some good pictures, man. So people actually could see who I'm ranking. But this is like a real hard list, bro, because there's only 4 tiers. You got trash, overrated, Hall of Fame, and all time great. So you gotta be real decisive in where you rank these guys. And like, what's the criteria? Is it based off accomplishments, or is it based off how good the actual fighter was, like skills?
Skills, bro. That's what I'm rating off of.
Yeah. Okay, I agree.
Because
We
you
rating
can't
off
really do it.
experience.
Look, accomplishments is so hard because when you're in the lower tier, the lower weight classes, you could jump up a ton of weights. You could lose to fighters and still be champions. You could go down in weight, a
That's
five
what I would.
pound
Yep.
difference. As a heavyweight, if you drop 5 pounds, you just lost 5 pounds. You still is in the same era. You know what I mean? Like you're still competing against the same guy. Nothing really has changed. So you could be trapped as a heavyweight and stuck between a rock and a hard place. No diddy. But like you could just be stuck there, not ever a champion, and then people not really recognizing you for your actual talent. But if you was in a different era, you definitely would be champion. So now we just basing it off of how good they actually were. And when we look at this list, like Ernie Schaefer's the all time great in my opinion.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, just if we just basing off of, like, their ability inside the ring, and this think about it, guys. Like, there's not fighters compared. There's not fighters from what they was at that time. It's like fighters compared to everybody else that's on the list. So if you don't like someone's ranking, we compare them to all of the best heavyweights that we could think of, all time, and we're comparing all of them and who will win in a fight, blase, the matchups, all that type of stuff. So I'm gonna share my screen. You let me know if you think someone else is missing off this list. There should be somebody added to it.
First
Obviously,
things first, I didn't see Jake Paul's name up there, brother.
yeah, I did forget Jake Paul, bro. How could I? How could I forget?
Yeah, I wanted all positive to be up here for that, but shit, it is what it is, bro.
Yeah, Paul's not here.
Nah, bro.
Shit, Gus.
Nope.
Bruh.
Just me and you, bro. Just me, you,
Yeah.
and Floyd.
You need some help.
So
Help the other motherfucking night. You need some help the other motherfucking night. You need some help with your son.
Me, you, and Floyd, bro.
yo, hold up, bro. Damn, I don't know why the screen looks so like why I can't maximize the screen. Can y'all actually see it?
Yeah, we can see it. I can see it.
Like you can make out who the people is or no?
Yeah, and even if I couldn't, you still gonna say the name before you put them up.
Oh, okay. All
Yeah, I
right.
can see him. I can see Oliver
So I got
McCall and
this.
Tommy Morse.
All right, that's funny. All right, so first we got Jack Johnson. You just want to jump straight into it?
Jack Johnson. So Jack Johnson, bro, I put Jack Johnson in the good category.
That's no good.
Hall of Fame. Hall of Fame is kind of good.
Oh, okay, yeah,
I'm not gonna
yeah.
put him greatest of all time, only because his skill level, his skill set. He fought during the time of you know what I mean. A lot of fucking fighters that like were punch like look like they wanted to beat themselves up, pointing their fist at themselves, bro. So he just took advantage of people that didn't know how to fight. You know what I mean? And that's it don't take nothing away. You can't fault him for being born in this era, but when you compare him to all time heavyweights. I just don't know, bro. Like he took Just Willard beat him up, bro. Like, come on, man. Like Just Willard,
Yes, really. Oh, damn.
Just Willard, like, and then he like Emmanuel. I watched the video where Emmanuel Stewart did an interview, and they was asking him to rate Jack Johnson. He basically said Jack Johnson overrated. Said Jack Johnson would say stuff like he don't really want to. You know what's funny about this, bro? Jack Johnson was the first Floyd Mayweather. He said that he didn't want to fight Sam Langford because there ain't no money in it. He ain't no draw. Like, bro, that's crazy that he said that shit back there,
Wow.
bro. But Jack Johnson was, yeah. Jack Johnson didn't fight everybody in this time. He just got a reputation for beating up on a whole lot of unskilled white people. Jim Jeffries, an undersized middleweight guy, who moved up to fight him. They brought out a retirement because they didn't want to see a black man be dominant. So I'd have to put Jack Johnson in just good, which is greatest. Hall of Fame. So we could put Jack Johnson in a Hall of Fame status.
At best. Yeah, honestly, I would have to agree with you. I gotta agree with you. Because personally, I would have had rated him lower, but you can only rate him like, we still do gotta consider what time what the area he was fighting in and all that type of stuff. So, I could see him being inside the good category. Next, we got Sam Langford. The guy that Jack Johnson ducked.
So Sam Langford, I'd have to put him in good as well. Sam Langford was really good for his time, like a whole lot of skills. A very undersized guy, had trouble getting fights. But when you're rating him up against the body of work, I don't see Sammy Langford being that like a whole lot better than Holyfield or even in the realm of a Holyfield. And I think Holyfield's on the lower tier of the top 10. So because I can't possibly put him in the top 10 because that red spot is going to be for the top 10 heavyweights like of all time. Like this list is going weed everybody out, and we're going to get a clear, consistent boxing scholars top 10 heavyweights of all time. So I got to put him in just a good category.
Yeah, I gotta agree. Honestly, I haven't watched I haven't seen much Sam Langford film, but what I have seen, some people is calling Sam Langford the greatest heavyweight of all time. From the actual fights that I have seen, I'd have to disagree with that. Respectfully. Sam Langford was scary. I mean, yeah, he was a monster. All right, so next we got Jack Dempsey.
Jack Dempsey was trash.
He was trash.
Trash.
Damn, bro. Bro, what's he knocking people
No.
out?
You know what? Put him overrated. Jack Dempsey's overrated.
Overrated?
Yeah, Jack Dempsey allegedly like in his biggest fight, he put something inside of his glove, bro. know what I mean? And that was against Jess Willard. Other than that, Jack Dempsey lost to the Frenchman twice. Jack Dempsey, I remember a lot of stuff. Like he said he would never fight a black fighter. Like Jack Dempsey, he never really was like all that to me. I never was really big on Jack Dempsey. As a matter of fact, I watched a documentary called Battle of Champions, where Customato was talking about Jack Dempsey. And Jack Dempsey was beloved because he's from New York. Everybody get that New York stamp. It just elevates them in their regular life. So Jack Dempsey got that New York stamp, and he was elevated into elevated in his career. Everybody from New York get that elevation just from being from New York. But Jack Dempsey had a restaurant there and everything. But Muhammad Ali said, "Do you think Jack Dempsey could have beat me?" And Customato said, "Oh, you would have beat him easy." Easy was the word to use, bro. Hold on. I got somebody at the door. Give me a sec.
Yo, honestly, I gotta put. I mean, I'm just thinking about it. If we compare Jack Dempsey to all the other New York heavyweight champions, well, New York heavyweight boxers that we have on the list, I don't know. I feel like we gotta put, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I just thought about it. If we compare Jack Dempsey to all the other New York heavyweight fighters we got on the list, I think he got to go in the trash category, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Because
You said Jack Dempsey invented the Dempsey roll. Jack Dempsey, if I'm being honest with you, Jack Dempsey was drafted to go to the war, and he didn't go. And some people forget that shit. So there's some people who call Muhammad Ali a draft dodger, bro. To this day. But Jack Dempsey didn't go, and he didn't have a reason not to. But besides that, resume, bro. His best win is when he got the title from Jess Willard, and he arguably cheated in that fight, bro.
yeah, he gotta go in the trash category, bro. I mean, even if you look at this, like honestly, we got Floyd Patterson coming up. I feel like Floyd Patterson. I don't know, man. I just feel like he was a much better.
I think Floyd would beat the shit out of Jack Dempsey.
Yeah, bro. And Jack Dempsey was really small too. On top of that, so he was small. His skills were not really great. His best win was Jess Willard, who you said that some people debatedly said that he cheated in that fight. So when you consider all that, he ducked the best fighters. Nah, man, we can't. We got to drop him in the trash category, bro. Overrated. Good for his time, but compared to everybody else on this list, he falls very short. Next, we got Floyd Patterson.
Then you gotta remember this. I didn't finish the story.
Oh, my bad.
So Customato, Muhammad Ali said, "Okay." He said, "Who do you got me? Who wins out of me and Jack Dempsey?" Customato said, "You easy." And then Muhammad Ali was like, "What?" He was shocked that Cus said that, being a fellow New Yorker himself and a boxing historian. So he was like, "What?" And he was like, "Yeah." He said, "Don't just say this because I'm here." And Customato looked at him like and scoffed, bro. Like, what the fuck? Like, Cus doesn't even have a reputation for doing that, bro. Kissing somebody's ass. So he was just blown away that Muhammad Ali would even suggest that. And he told him it has nothing to do with it. He said, "You will beat him just based off a basic stylistic flaw that he makes." And he said, the stylistic flaw that he makes is he puts his head forward and he leans. That Dempsey roll that somebody was talking about, he'll lean and just roll. But his eyes are on the ground the whole time. And he said that Muhammad Ali would just pick him apart, bro. He would just pepper him with the jab, probe with the jab, put his hand on the head and play with him like a kid, was what Customato said. So with that being said, bro, Jack Dempsey, based off of skill set, based off of actual styles, I could think of fucking 60 to 70 heavyweights that will fuck Jack Dempsey up, which is why I have to put him in the overrated category, including Floyd Patterson.
Damn, you gotta put. Oh, you put him in overrated. You gotta put Floyd in overrated too, bro.
No, I said it. I could see
Oh,
heavyweights
including Floyd
fucking him up,
Patterson.
including
Fucking up.
Floyd Patterson.
Oh, okay, okay. So okay, you think he should go into the overrated category, not trash?
Yeah, overrated. Overrated only because he was from New York. That's why I say like. I mean, he wasn't just trash. Like he wasn't like fucking. What's that dude you had me? Shabala.
Oh, Shabalala. Ah, yeah, that dude was
He
horrible.
wasn't like Shabala.
Okay,
So
yeah,
that's
yeah,
trash to me. So I
yeah.
just
That's
put him
right.
in the overrated category.
Yeah. Okay, okay. Next we got Floyd Patterson. Was
You
Floyd? Yeah, I think Floyd Patterson was Customado's first heavyweight student. Some people say he had the original peekaboo style. You know, some people say he had the fastest hands out of heavyweight history. So, you know what I mean? His only weakness was that he was undersized. And the fact that Floyd Patterson was really undersized as a heavyweight is really what holds him back. And that's why I may have to put honestly, I think Floyd Patterson should be on the low levels of Hall of Fame, personally. Just because of his talent, his skill. But a lot of people will put Floyd in overrated because of how many times he got dropped and all that type of stuff.
So I was waiting, letting you talk first because I didn't want to seem like I was swaying you anyway. But Floyd would
Yeah,
have to go in overrated as well. Floyd
yeah.
Patterson been knocked down the most out of championship fights. It's not a stat that you ever want to get known for, being knocked down multiple times, and then him being a champion and getting the belt against what I mean, an older guy. Didn't he win it? Who did Floyd win it from? He didn't win it from Archie, did he? No, 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 no.
I
Who did he
think he
win the belt
did.
from?
Actually, I think he did.
Okay, but just beating older guys, I mean, his biggest asset was his speed, and I don't even feel like he was the best to use the peekaboo style. Mike Tyson was more more athletic than him, so Mike Tyson used that style better than he did. They look different doing it. You put them next to each other using the peekaboo. Mike Tyson's peekaboo looks completely different than his. So him being from New York, like I said, everything from New York gets amplified by 100,000. The artists there, the fighters there, everything,
100,000.
right? That's bro. That's why there's somebody like Shoo Shoo. Yeah, I mean those guys they're already on the map even before they're titleists because they're from New York.
Hmm.
So with that being said, his title defenses, his what he did in the big matchups, his actual skill set. I think Floyd Patterson wasn't even a real full-fledged heavyweight. He would have been a badass fucking light heavyweight to cruiserweight, but heavyweight was just too big for him. So when I rate him
Bro,
amongst the other heavyweights, he falls short. What you supposed to say?
bro, I didn't realize he got knocked out in the first round both times. When he fought Liston, he got knocked out in the
Yeah,
first round, bro.
Customato didn't even want that fight.
Now
He said,
compared,
"Is this the list of whatever Cuss says?" I could tell you're probably a huge Mike Tyson fan since you keep bringing up Cuss. So who came first, Mike Tyson or Cuss?
come on, bro. He
Hit
trained
that link,
Floyd
bro. Hit
Patterson.
that link.
He
You so
trained
opinionated. Hit that link, bro. Show us your boxing knowledge outside of a keyboard.
in the 1950s, bro. Mike Tyson came around 40 years later, bro.
It's crazy.
30 years later, bro. That's crazy.
If Patterson is overrated, then so is Sonny Liston. Yeah, we ain't got the Sonny Liston yet, but like I said, you opinionated in the chat, brother. You could always hit that link. I posted it. You could show us your boxing knowledge, or you can just stay in the chat and enjoy this list. Sonny Liston, best only real win is Floyd. That's how I know you don't know what the fuck you talking about.
That's cap.
Cleveland Williams, bro. What the fuck are you talking about, bro? Do just be here to learn, brother. Be here to learn, brother, not to teach anything. So all right, let's go to the next person.
So next guy we got is Max Schmeling. Max Schmeling is the guy who gave Joe Louis his only his first loss. The first loss in his career. And he's known for that. He's known for being wasn't he like a but no, I don't think I could say that.
Yeah, you could just say a German.
Yeah, German, yeah.
I put Smelling in Hall of Fame, bro.
I agree.
Only because he gave Joe Louis a prime Joe Louis his first loss, which was which a lot of people had a chance to do and never could do. And that's why it's debatable. Like with Buster Douglas, can a fighter get into the Hall of Fame off of one win? Like you could say that about Max Mellon. You know what I mean? Like so, if Max Mellon deserves to be there, I mean, you could throw Buster Douglas in there as well. But just beating Joe Louis was hard enough. The fact that he kind of like they kind of was on that wave of film study. Like fighters think it's a flex to this today to say, "Well, I don't study film," and I just be like, "Well, then you're a dumbass." Because if you look at Max Melling, they looked at still pictures of Joe Louis and noticed that he dropped his lead hand, so that they
Mhm.
came over the top of that with a right hand. They noticed that just by looking at still pictures. So that was their equivalent to just first using film to come up with game plans. So they kind of was like the not the grandfather of that, but they used that to their ability. So I put Smelling in Hall of Fame.
God damn, you said they was using still films to do a film study? That's
Yeah.
crazy.
He said,
That's
"Bro, what is this dude talking about?" He said, "Listen to the scholar and you will learn about boxing." What's up, Legacy? One said, and Gus said, "Puro, quit trolling." Legacy said, "Salute to the scholar in the chat." What's up, Legacy? He said, Bo said, "Gus, pull up." I think Gus might be driving. He got the password though. He could pull up. He could jump in and out.
okay. All right. So look, man. Next, we got ex undisputed heavyweight champion Buster Douglas. Man, he's best known for upsetting Mike Tyson. Tokyo Douglas, bro. Bro, honestly, I feel like Tokyo Douglas could have gave a lot of people a lot of trouble, bro. Honestly,
Ain't no coulda, woulda gave a lot of
yeah,
people
would have,
trouble,
yeah,
bro.
yeah.
He had like, bro, like even
I,
after the fight, he
I
showed
really
his
want Tokyo
mindset.
Douglas.
He showed his mindset by saying, all you had to do was stand up to Mike Tyson. You see where he is on his ass. Like he still had that dog after the Mike Tyson fight, bro, because his mother's death had just put shit in perspective for him, bro. And Buster Douglas, I would have to put Buster Douglas in the Hall of Fame, bro. As much as people would think that was blasphemy, I think it's like common sense, bro. If you take Buster Douglas the night that he beat Mike Tyson and you put him in there with any heavyweight, no heavyweight's walking through Buster Douglas, bro. No heavyweight is just gonna go in there and just beat Buster Douglas's ass the night that he beat Mike Tyson, bro. Like as a matter of fact, Mike Tyson knocked him down with an uppercut and he got the fuck up, bro. So if you say Mike Tyson's one of the greatest punchers of all time and Buster Douglas got up and endured that, well then we could just say, if Lennox Lewis hit him, if fucking George Foreman hit him, he probably would have got up. You know what I mean? So Buster Douglas, yeah, I just have to put Buster Douglas Hall of Fame, bro.
Yeah, I agree. So next, we got Hasim Rodman, man, who's best known for knocking out Lennox Lewis, knocking out a prime
Overrated.
Lennox Lewis.
Overrated.
Why is he overrated, bro?
Because Hasim Rockman is only known just for that, knocking out Lennox Lewis, bro. And I feel like Hasim Rockman is a poor man's version of Oliver McCall.
Damn, a poor man's Oliver McCall, bro. That's crazy.
So if you look, like if Oliver McCall had fought in the era that Hasim Rockman fought in, because they have similar styles, Oliver McCall would have been unified or maybe undisputed champion, bro. I think he's a poor man's version of Oliver McCall. So with that being said, outside of the Lennox Lewis knockout, like what did he do? Like even Oliver McCall in the second fight with Lennox Lewis, where he had a nervous breakdown, bro, he still, you know what I mean, with the nervous breakdown, he still was taking Lennox Lewis's best punches, bro. In the rematch with Lennox Lewis, Hasim Rockman was sent to the Netherlands, bro.
bro, that was a great game plan, man. What you mean, bro?
Don't matter, bro. He shouldn't have been knocked out, bro, after knocking that guy out, bro. Like a lot of people thought Lennox Lewis's career was over because he was immediately rematching him. He didn't even immediately rematch Oliver McCall. That just shows you how much respect he had for McCall and how much disrespect he had for Hasim Rockman.
Right.
That it was an immediate rematch, and he went and sued him in court because Hasim Rockman was trying to go and fight Mike Tyson. He was trying to leave the Lennox Lewis agreed rematch that he did and go and fight Mike Tyson so Mike Tyson could become undisputed because he had all the belts. Well, not undisputed. He had become a unified champion again. And Mike Tyson and his people, Shelly Finkel, knew that it was his best path to becoming unified again. So that they were trying to make that fight immediately. I think they even tried to sweeten the pie and make him like give him like 60-40 or some type. Like they tried to get like sweeten the pie so he would go take that deal. And it was all but done until Lennox Lewis took him to court. He took him to court and forced that rematch. And then when he forced the rematch, that's the scene that y'all see in the studio where they're pushing each other back and forth and wrestling. And he was like, Lennox Lewis, he basically suggested Lennox Lewis was gay. He was like, you got a sister? Bring it on, man. Bring it on. You know what I mean? And they started doing a little wrestling match where Lennox Lewis started slipping around in his church shoes. But all of that stuff stems from that. The fact that he didn't want to rematch Lennox Lewis again because he knew he would get knocked out. You know what I mean? Because Lennox Lewis was out of shape for that fight because he was doing Ocean's 11. And he was out there partying, and then he went to Africa late. He didn't adjust to the high altitude. It was a lot of things that was going on in Lennox Lewis camp to where he was, go look at before he got knocked out, he was breathing really deep. He was breathing really hard. He was out of shape for that fight. So that's why the next fight he was in supreme condition, and he knocked him out. But like I said, if you look, when Oliver McCall knocked him out for the WBC belt, he didn't get no immediate rematch with Oliver McCall. He let Oliver McCall have that belt, and he went on his separate raising and started training with Emmanuel Stewart and getting better to face Oliver McCall again. And he still was kind of gun shy after McCall knocked him out. After he Hasim Rockman knocked him out, he got an immediate revenge, bro. He was like, man, fuck that. That bum ass dude ain't better than me. Got back in the ring and knocked him out. So I'd have to make Hasim Rockman extremely overrated, bro. Extremely overrated.
Really overrated.
Just a club fighter, bro. Just a club fighter. Just a club fighter that got lucky one night, bro. But matter of fact, if you put Hasim Rockman and Buster Douglas in the ring, Buster Douglas knocks Hasim Rockman head off his shoulder, bro.
Yeah, I agree, bro. But you know, Hasim
Rockman could even beat up James Toney, bro.
He robbed James Toney twice, bro. They fought twice, right?
Then Tua knocked Hasim Rockman out in like the 11th round or some shit. Like, yeah, bro. It's a lot of stuff that I seen with Hasim Rockman that I was just like, I respect him for what he did, getting the most out of his work, and then his kids, you know, are like carrying the name. But other than that, he's just a club fighter, bro.
All right, so next we have Tommy Morrison. Tommy the Duke Morrison, bro.
I'll let you talk first and I go, bro.
Bro, I'll say this about Tommy Morrison, bro. A lot of people overrate Tommy Morrison heavily. I've even heard some people say Tommy Morrison was better than Mike Tyson. But, you know, I'm one of the people, I like to consider myself a generalist. I think Tommy Morrison was a pretty good fighter. You know, I think that he even if you look at his losses, I feel like he was very aggressive. I feel like he had some type of punch. He had punching power. The fact that he had won 8 rounds with Lennox Lewis, you know, past his prime, out of shape or whatever, and Hasim Rockman and other guys got blasted out in 1 round. I feel like Tommy Morrison was a pretty solid fighter. I think if he fought today, he would be a unified champion, maybe even undisputed. I don't really see anyone withstand the pressure that Tommy Morrison could bring. Even though Tommy Morrison he was a front runner, even though Tommy Morrison's chin was not the best, I feel like those first 4 rounds where he throwing nothing but devastating bombs, I feel like a lot of people would go out. Well, not a lot of people. I feel like a decent amount of heavyweights would go out.
Put that motherfucker in the trash category, bro.
Bro, trash.
Several different reasons, bro. Several different reasons.
Bro,
First reason number one. Reason number one.
Come on,
Tommy
man.
the Duke Morrison fought with HIV. He's a piece of shit character, right?
Yeah.
Then Tommy Morrison is on record saying that he took steroids, bro, and that without the steroids, he more than likely would have been a middleweight. So he took steroids, cheated his entire career to get to heavyweight, bro.
Damn.
Then Tommy Morrison throws every punch with bad intentions, bro. Every single shot, bro, is with everything that all the power that he could generate, bro. And he still couldn't knock out fucking Call the Truth Williams, who Mike Tyson knocked out in the 2nd round in his prime. And Call the Truth Williams even came back to knock him down, bro. You look at his big fights when he won the belt and became champion from George Foreman. I arguably think George Foreman won that fight, and it was an older Foreman. And Tommy Morrison was running for dear life in that fight, bro. I remember when George Foreman swung a punch, it had so much force, it spun Tommy Morrison around. And you look at his eyes, they just got like big than a motherfucker. He was so scared at him in that fight. So Tommy Morrison, bro, I say we have to put Tommy Morrison in the trash category, bro. You look at him versus Lennox Lewis, who I don't rate top 10. Lennox Lewis knocked him out. You look at him versus fucking just the guys that we got. David Tua would have killed Tommy Morrison, bro. So if you can't beat the guys that's on a lower tier, of all time list, then I possibly could. I got to put you over it. I got to put him exactly what he was, bro. Like he had good management because he had Bill Caton in his corner, and Bill Caton was good at his job, which is why Customato reached out to him to get Mike Tyson, to be in the limelight of being the youngest champion, the potential, that all that stuff that was all Bill Caton and Jim Jacobs, the duo. So Customato knew how good they were. And when Mike Tyson left him, he went to Tommy Morrison. And Tommy Morrison, he's John Wayne's nephew. That's why they called him the Duke Morris, because the rumor that he was John Wayne's nephew. That was all Bill Caton and them. The good marketing, bro. Good marketing made him get the Rocky movie role, and he even called himself the Great White Hope. He called himself that, bro. So all that stuff combined just shows that he was just all hype, bro. So can I rate him anything greater than hype? Absolutely fucking not. On top of being a piece of shit human being.
Damn, I honestly, yeah. Okay, all right, yeah, you got a point, bro. And then when you also look at his resume, he just fought Mike Tyson's leftovers, bro. After Mike Tyson had devastated everybody, Tommy Morrison came back and swept the butt, bro. He came to get the crumbs.
He said, Will Chamberlain, the greatest athlete ever. Ali would not box him. Ali would fuck Will Chamberlain up. Actually,
no. I'm not gonna put these. I'm gonna put him up here.
Will Chamberlain would get fucked up by Muhammad Ali. Look, this is what I want you to do. What is your name? Stinson. So I want you to do. Go type in Oscar De La Hoya sparring Shaq. Right?
Yeah.
And look how Oscar was handling Shaq. And we had gear obviously playing around, but Shaq was 7 foot big goofy guy, and Oscar De La Hoya actually spent his entire life throwing punches the proper way. And a lot of those big guys don't even have coordination. Like look at them in basketball alone. The coordination is fucked. So that's why basketball players don't make good fighters. Look at fucking Nate Jones with Robinson with his ass in the air getting knocked out by Jake Paul. A basketball player thinking he could box is what launched Jake Paul's career. That and him fighting on Mike Tyson undercard. So that being said, bro, Will Chamberlain is out of the question, bro. The people that think Will Chamberlain would beat Muhammad Ali because he's big are the same type of mindset and size queens that think that Tyson Fury is the greatest of all time because he's big. It's weird. It's weird logic. It don't make any sense.
Hey, bro, you gotta say that part for the end of the list, bro. Hold up.
Said, did you boost Buster, who was a C-level fighter, into the Hall of Fame to make Tyson look better? I'll answer that when you answer this. If you stuck your head up somebody's ass and fall for air, who would win that fight? Said Scholar's on fire. He said, Scholar, you might get a visit from Trisha Morris for dissing Tommy Fury. I don't care. She could visit all she wants to. The facts are the facts, bro. Tommy Morrison had HIV, bro. That's not even debatable, bro. Like he died from it. His other wife, as a matter of fact, has said clearly on several occasions that Tommy Morrison was HIV positive. She's the only one that's going around claiming that he was negative. So I tend to believe the person who's not compromised by love or compromised by emotions or feelings or any of that other stuff, right? So yeah, I'm 100% sure Tommy Morrison got HIV, bro.
Then he came back dirty on top of that.
The boxing commission said that he did, bro. Like that's why he wasn't allowed to box. Then he had to go and that just shows how dirty boxing is. He had to go and get some dirty ass commission to grant him a license to box, and then later on he died, and he died. And look at how he looked before he died. That's how HIV patients look. And then he had said he stopped taking his medication. Bro, he was just a piece of shit, bro. That guy was a piece of shit. Y'all go look at Tommy Morrison's fight that he had with HIV. It's online. And look at him before that fight hitting the pads with the dude who was holding the pads for him, and watch how he goes off on a dude like, hold it right. God damn it. Like, bro, he just starts raging on this dude, bro. And it's like, bro, what the fuck? Why are you raging on this dude? You're about to go fight a bum, Tommy Morrison. This is not Lennox Lewis on the other side of this, bro. But he's raging, bro, like frustrated. Probably roared rage now looking back at it, but yeah, he was just a piece of shit.
All right, so next, bro. All right, next, bro. We got Oliver McCall.
Oliver McCall was good. He was good. I put Oliver McCall and I put him in the Hall of Fame.
Put him in the
Uh,
Hall of Fame.
I remember Emmanuel Stewart talking about McCall and why he didn't train him.
Mm-hmm.
And he kind of was talking down on Oliver McCall, not gonna lie. He was basically he called Oliver McCall everything but a bum. Because they asked him about training Lennox Lewis versus him, and he said he's always wanted to work with Lennox Lewis, and that's why he left McCall to go with Lennox Lewis. And you know, said Oliver McCall wasn't nothing but a club fighter. But if you go look at Oliver McCall and Tyson sparring online, some of the best fucking sparring that you've ever seen. And the mere fact that Oliver McCall was never off his feet, one of the only sparring partners of Tyson to come back for more, and then knock out Lennox Lewis for the WBC championship fight when nobody expected him to. It's kind of hard for me not to say Oliver McCall was good or a Hall of Famer.
He defended that belt too, like 3 or 4
As a
times.
matter of fact, let me tell y'all this. I don't know if y'all familiar with this story. Oliver McCall's son fought this foreigner. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Hold on. Let me put his name on the list. I mean on the screen. Hold on. Cause I don't know how to pronounce it, bro. You know those dudes, Masvidals and all those motherfuckers, bro. Their names be like I don't want to. I'm gonna butcher it anyway, but I at least want to show it so maybe that y'all could see.
Boxing
Y'all
fans
said.
said Elijah McCall.
what about Elijah?
No, he said that was his son name. His son name was
Oh
Elijah.
yeah. He was boxing out of San Antonio, bro. Okay, here it is. Look, this is gonna help me make my case too for Mike Tyson too, bro. But let me show y'all this shit, bro. This shit happened in 2014.
2014.
2014, bro.
We're not taking title defenses. This is just based off of how good the fighter actually is, skill wise. But
so Oliver McCall fought this dude, bro. And he fought this dude, and this dude was 12-0, right? And the reason why he fought this macaroni ass dude, right, was because that dude knocked his son out. Knocked him out bad, bro. I cannot find that footage anywhere. I should have fucking downloaded it when I first seen it. But he beat McCall up, son of bad, bro. When I say bad, I mean like he knocked fucking blood out of his mouth and it splattered on the camera. You know they have those cameramen in the corner? He knocked blood onto the camera, bro. That's how fucking bad that ass whooping was. Oliver McCall was so fucking mad, bro, when he got in the ring. He pushed the cameraman out the way and he started hugging his son. He was furious. This is 2014. Then Oliver McCall gets in the ring and challenges the guy to the fight and then beats him in an 8-round fight, bro. Just because he's more skilled than him. He's more skilled than his fucking son. That's crazy, bro. How you the younger McCall? You're supposed to have all the knowledge of your daddy, you know what I mean? And go like at least, you know, if not better than him, but at least the same level. But nah, this motherfucker it underachieves, bro. And the daddy got to go avenge the son. Like, how often do you see that? The daddy goes and avenges the son and goes in there and beats him. But he fought him in an 8-round fight, and he had enough experience to stall and rest when he wanted to and do a lot of stuff to where Oliver McCall was beat the shit out that boy. But in a 10-round fight, you know what I mean, the very next fight, I mean, a couple months later, 2 months later, he beat him because it was a 10-round fight and it was more of a stretch to do all the things that he did. Same reason Larry Holmes was able to beat Ray Mercer. Same type of thing, using the experience. So yeah, Oliver McCall, bro, went and avenged his son. That's crazy, and beat the shit out that dude, bro. I was shocked, bro. I was like, damn, McCall, you got a little in there. You got in there with a little, you know what I mean, emotions, bro. And I get it, you know, like the movie, you know, every movie, you killed my wife, like that type of shit. But I was like, yeah, bro, you finna get demolished. Damn, I think Bo's laptop died. He said, nah, age deteriorated your brain. He said, salute. What's up, Bruce? He said, Bruce, salute. He said, I can't pronounce it. He said, Tommy had a left hook that would take your head off. Yeah, but Bruce, he also did steroids too, bro. He also did steroids, and Bruce, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not the biggest fan in the world of Tommy Morrison, just because like I look at him in the same light. I look at him as a narcissist. Like he didn't care about people. If what they, I mean, if he boxed with HIV, he only cared about himself. And then if he actually took steroids and got in the ring and punched people, he clearly only cares about himself. So, Bruce, I'm not the biggest fan in the world of Tommy Morrison. You know what I mean? But I don't hide it. You know, like when I fuck with people, like I fuck with you. You know, I fuck with them. But if I don't, I'm not gonna sugarcoat the opinion that I have. I think Tommy Morrison is it's a lot of it's a lot of hype around Tommy Morrison. He got that Bill Caton effect. You know, the Bill Caton hype helped him out. You know, he's John Wayne's nephew. Let's put him in a movie with Rocky and all that stuff. Like Bill Caton did such a good job that he managed both Mike Tyson and Tommy Morrison. And out of the two, people think Mike Tyson is overrated and not Tommy Morrison. That's crazy. Out of the two of those people, you think that Mike Tyson's the one that's overrated, the one who had more accomplishments and was the youngest to do it, but not the guy who only got a title that wasn't even realized, viewed as a legitimate title during that time. That's the guy that they think is not overrated. And I remember having a debate one time with a guy, and he was telling me that Tommy Morrison was a harder puncher than Mike Tyson and would knock Mike Tyson out if they ever got in the ring. And I was just like, that's crazy, bro. If you look at his fucking box rate, he fought a lot of people that Mike Tyson had already knocked out years before. So, yeah, I'm not the biggest fan. I'm not the biggest fan of Tommy Morrison. I mean, as far as this is the greatest heavyweights in this, so especially when we talk about the greatest heavyweights. What happened, bro? Your laptop died? Bo, look what like that said to you, bro. He said, "Brother Bo, it's time for a new laptop."
Bro, the Wi-Fi
What?
fucking turned off.
See, the devil
The
working.
Wi-Fi turned off, bro.
Devil busy, bro. The devil busy, bro.
Man, that's because y'all was defending Tommy Morrison, bro. That's why. Yeah, yo, God had to strike, bro. Y'all was defending the devil. Oh yeah, I said, wait, my bad. Wait, nah.
That's
But yeah,
hilarious, bro.
defending Tommy Morrison, bro. Corrupted by goddamn.
I'm surprised. Look, the like that we had the other day was a clone, bro. The one that was up here defending that YouTuber. Today we got the real like that, because the like that the other day had me.
Brother, what's that? What's that, brother?
Yeah, bro. He was tripping yesterday, bro. Glad you back like that.
Yeah, man. I'm glad to see. Okay. Oh man, Bruce Gas. I feel like they got like I know they have better left hookers on the list. They at least got 3 or 4 better left hookers. I feel like than
like I said, I had a debate with somebody that Mike Tyson, who had a better left hook, Mike Tyson or Morrison. And then the gauge for that, I would say, both of them hit this person with a left hook would be Carter Truth Williams. And Carter Truth Williams not only took his left hook, but was able to come back and drop him as well. And Mike Tyson's left hook just shut his lights off. So, I mean, I think his power might be overrated too, as well. So, especially if he took steroids and still wasn't like considered one of the greatest punchers of all time, it would be hard for me to even, rank him amongst the greatest heavyweights. So I have no choice but to put Tommy Morrison in the overrated category, bro. Because if I'm,
my bad. Now, well, you have to ask, okay, who did Tommy Morrison knock out? And when you go look at his resume, like he never knocked out anybody significantly, like nobody significant. The people that he did knock out that had like notable names, they was way past their prime. Like you said, Mike Tyson had already knocked out fucking Carter Truth Williams like 4 or 5 years back. And Carter Truth Williams had losses after that, bro. So like he had never really recovered from that knockout loss. And then you also gotta you have to look at Reddick. Okay. Reddick was far past his prime. Then even when you look at the fights where he did step up, he didn't even hurt those guys or drop those guys either. You know what I mean? So Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's probably. I think it was definitely overrated.
He
Like, he
said,
didn't.
brother, the
He
truth
didn't
will
watch
be
the
heard.
first.
Oh, like what the fuck do like that be talking about, bro? Brother, the truth will be heard by many, but only accepted by a few. All right, man. Let's get to the next name in this list, man.
Alexander
Brother,
Usyk,
you
bro. You have Usyk as your in your top 10. No,
hey,
we'll get to that. We'll get to that. Whatever.
they got him 7 ahead of George for blasphemy.
We got to think about this. Is Usyk the best Ukrainian heavyweight boxer, or is Usyk even the best southpaw at heavyweight? I mean, you know, you got to
No,
really, you got to think about that because they got like 3 of them on the list. But hey, all right. So next we got Francois Botha. Now Francois Botha actually was the heavyweight champion, but he got stripped. Like
because
as
of
soon as he got the
PEDs.
belt, yeah, because of PEDs, bro.
Yeah, so I will put both the. I throw both in the trash.
Then you put Botha in the trash, bro.
Yeah,
Bro, yo, damn, I should put Andrew Gallardo on this list, bro. Damn,
both. He would be in the trash with both the.
damn, for real? Are they because they
Yeah,
both took PEDs?
that and then Andrew Gallardo would, bro. He just quit. Like Mike Tyson punched him one time, and he went to the corner, and argued with his corner about quitting. Like, most fighters when they do quit, they have at least enough shame to like try to hide it. Like, oh, he hit me with the body shot, I can't recover. Whatever the
Mhm.
case may be, they very rarely just like dive to the ground. So him just submitting, bro, is like, come on, bro. Like, yeah, bro.
I can see that.
Yeah, and then both the fight against fucking Tyson, bro. There's a lot of stuff that I can't push out of my mind, bro. The steroids, the when he fought Mike Tyson, like I don't know, bro. I think both is well, I don't think both is he's overrated, but I would just put him trash based off of skill set. If you
Both,
put both in the ring with you got to remember, agent Mike Tyson, who was high on cocaine, not taking boxing serious, like clipped him and just like derailed his career and shit. So
coming off
imagine
a
what,
2 year, coming off a
yeah,
2 year
coming off a
layoff, bro.
layoff and everything. Yeah. So imagine what fucking David Tua, Ernie Schaefer, like bro, those guys would bro, they would have fucked both up on steroids. So yeah, I got to put
Uh,
both in the
you
trash
know,
category.
yeah. Okay, yeah, I see you coming from. Okay, next we got a forgotten heavyweight, bro. From the Klitschko era, bro. Layman Brewster.
Hmm. Layman Brewster.
I don't really know much about Layman
So
Brewster.
I'm gonna have to put Layman Brewster in the Hall of Fame, bro.
Yo, for real?
And yes, Layman Brewster, based off what he did to Klitschko, I feel like Layman Brewster's career was cut short because of the eye injury, the detached retina that he never got surgery on, and it kind of derailed his career. But Layman Brewster was what he was a decent heavyweight, bro. He was a decent heavyweight.
Didn't he? He knocked out Klitschko, didn't he? Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
He knocked out. Yeah, and he had the rematch. He didn't. He didn't get obliterated either, bro. When they came back to the rematch, I think he actually lost that fight on points. So next we got Chris Bird, bro. I feel like Chris Bird is probably the most underrated boxer on this list. Honestly, bro, because a lot of people say that he's trash. I'm like, bro, Chris Bird, he put the beats on Holyfield, right? He put the beats on the Klitschko. He beat David Tua. You know what I mean, bro? He was out slicking these guys, bro. Even though he got bodied by Ika Beabuchi, he gave Ika Beabuchi some slight trouble. You know what I mean? Before he got stopped. So I feel like based off of that, bro, I feel like Chris Bird. I feel like Chris Bird the best southpaw on this list, bro. I feel like honestly, I think Chris Bird is the best southpaw on this list. Dead ass. Because you would
I
have to
put
have.
Chris Bird. I put him Hall of Fame. I thought Chris
Okay.
Bird Hall of Fame, bro.
Okay. Bet. Okay. I was waiting for this one. All right. Next, bro, we have Ernie Shavers. Now remember, you can only have 10 all-time greats. Max.
Bro, can you think of 10 people better than Ernie Schaefer's at heavyweight all time?
Oh no, I'd have to look at this list. I mean, we can go back and change it retroactively once we get to everybody. So
Yeah, because that's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard. Ernie
I,
Schaefer's definitely has all time punch, bro. And
yeah,
because heavyweight is the elite of the elite, and you got that bomb at a heavyweight, you stand a chance to beat potentially every heavyweight you come up against. So it's gonna be hard to rate Ernie because Ernie would have a belt today. So he's the victim of being in probably the best era of heavyweight boxing. So just let's save Ernie. Let's put Ernie to the back.
Okay. Yeah, once we get to the others, okay. Next, we have Tim Witherspoon.
Oh, that's easy.
Hall of
That's
Fame?
easy. Yeah, it's easy.
Okay, bet.
Yeah. Tim Witherspoon, Hall of Fame, bro. Good talent. Great wins. I mean, good style, good power. I mean, Tim Witherspoon, I feel like it's better than Anthony Joshua all time. A lot of people might not agree with that, but I think he's better than Anthony Joshua all time. He just was unfortunate to come up against him. So, like one of the best eras of heavyweights. Well, the best obviously was Ali's, but it continued because what Muhammad Ali did, it was like the Muhammad Ali effect. Muhammad Ali inspired people in other sports, right? He had football players trying to rhyme and say that they were the greatest. So of course boxers would be inspired by that, right? So he had that generation. Then they had Eddie Futch was still around during that time. Georgie Benton. You had the greatest trainers of all time combined with good skills. So that era was a hard era to be dominated in. That's why when people say Mike Tyson's overrated, it's silly to me. It's like, bro, the man was fucking 5'10" and 5'11", ruling over these big, strong heavyweights. How the fuck could he possibly be overrated?
Facts.
What's up, Bruce?
What's up, guys?
Yo, what's up?
Oh, love heavyweight boxing, man. I jump on a panel anytime we're talking about that.
Bro, hey, I know you know a lot about these guys, man.
A little bit.
Yo, all right, so next we got Pinklin Thomas.
Woo.
So we'll start with you, Bruce. What you got? Where you got him rated?
Oh, man. I mean, I saw Pinklin Thomas when he first came into the heavyweight division, when he was fighting guys like Alonzo Ratliff, Bone Crusher Smith. I mean, Pinklin Thomas, a reformed heroin addict. He was a heroin addict at 13. Had a left jab like Sonny Liston, a tremendous jab. The problem with Pinklin was he strayed. You know, his mind strayed all over the place. He had a nice a nice run with Don King, and he could have really been something. But unfortunately, Pinklin had his demons to deal with, and he was also in the Mike Tyson era, where Don King was paying much more attention to Mike Tyson's climb to the heavyweight division. But Pinklin definitely was he was an aspect in there. He held the WBC title by defeating Tim Witherspoon. He lost it to Trevor Berbick. Not a top 10, not even a top 20 heavyweight champion. But he, you know, at his prime, he had a great left jab, dynamite right hand, but not disciplined enough to be counted with any of these legends that you guys are talking about.
Pinklin is really difficult to rate for all the things that Bruce just said. Like, I feel like that heavyweight era of the 90s, they had the most potential, but they were the most underachievers because the drugs came in and took a lot of them out. Like fucking what was the guy with good footwork that Tyson fought? He beat him in Terrell Biggs. Terrell Biggs, you had Dokes, you had a bunch of those guys that careers got derailed just by drugs, bro. But they would have been a fucking like dope as shit. When people say Tyson's overrated, it's because they don't know how good the people was that he actually beat, like a fucking a Berbick or a fucking Pinklin Thomas. So he's a tricky one to rate. I'd say his skill set was good. I wouldn't necessarily make him Hall of Fame, but because we don't have a good category, I would just put him Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I would have to agree. You know, he beat Witherspoon for the title, I believe. And and I could be wrong, but I think he was supposed to fight Larry Holmes, but no, I think that was Greg Page.
See, Larry Holmes actually he ducked Pinklin Thomas. Larry Holmes, he dropped the WBC heavyweight title because he didn't want to fight these young up and coming guys that the WBC was having a fight. After Witherspoon, he pretty much said, "Fuck this, man." He talked to Bob Lee. Bob Lee said, "Hey, I got the IBF over here. We're going to give you the belt automatically. You're not even going to have any downtime. You relinquish that WBC and you're the IBF." And the thing about Larry Holmes was he was never undisputed, But there was a span of about 5 to 7 years where the heavyweight champion of the world and Larry Holmes was like one word.
That is crazy. Let I mean, I still think Larry Holmes was great, but I mean, Pinkley Thomas had to have had been a good fighter if Holmes was, not, I guess, not really trying to fight him essentially.
Yeah, when Pinklin was on, he was almost unbeatable. But like I said, man, when he relapsed on the drugs again, he was a different fighter. When he lost his title to Trevor Berbick, and then he was, I mean, he got destroyed by Tommy Morrison, and Pinklin would not go down. Pinklin had an anvil of a chin, and of all
Yeah.
people, Tommy Morrison was the guy that ended up decking him and really doing a job on Pinklin. But Pinklin, like I said, drugs definitely. Cats are talking about the '80s, man. Drugs devoured a whole generation of fighters back then.
It's funny, bro. I was watching a fight with Tyrell Biggs, and Biggs had he had a jersey on, and they was talking about the commentators was talking about how Tyrell Biggs was coming out of a rehab camp, and they had because they had a message on there become great again or whatever it was, come back, or because he had relapsed, but then he had went to drug rehab and recently got out before a fight. So yeah, man,
Oh, there
just
was
got
so
ripped
many
up.
of them. So many of them. Oliver McCall, before he had his match with Lennox Lewis, came out of a rehab. Um, oh shit, man. Tim Witherspoon, he had to do a rehab for smoking weed. In his fight with Tony Tucker rather. Oh no, Tony Tubbs. And let's see what's so many. Michael Dokes, man, that was a sad story. Michael Dokes, he lost everything with coke and with booze, and not to mention Harry Coetzee right hand. But Michael Dokes.
I should have put Harry Coetzee on here too. I thought about it. Damn. All right. Well, all right. So what y'all think about Jerry Cooney?
One hit wonder. Once they figured out a way to stop that left hook, and he had a left hook, man, that thing would knock a building down, bro. I mean, that's like maybe one of the top 5 left hooks in all of boxing. But as far as Jerry Cooney with everything else, he didn't have a right hand, he didn't have footwork, he didn't even have a chin. So I don't know how you can include Jerry Cooney on that. Nice guy, but definitely not in the category of Ali, Joe Louis, Jack Dempsey.
So my opinion is probably going to surprise y'all. I think Jerry Cooney is definitely Hall of Fame.
Yo,
Right.
for real?
I'll tell you why I say that. Right, Jerry Cooney, like he just said, had power. Right, he was 6'6". He was really good. I think the reason why Jerry Cooney is looked at like people scoff at him is because what they built that fight up to be like with as far as race, with Larry Holmes. And because Larry Holmes beat him, everybody looks at him like he's not nothing. But in today's time, fucking that could have been a fucking 12. What did he stop him in like the 13th round, 14th round? It was late. What was it? Let me look for sure. I gotta look for sure.
I think it was the 13th.
In today's time, it would have only went 12 rounds, so he probably would have never got stopped by Holmes. So
No, you said
with that being said, he's really a hard puncher. I think honestly, he would beat up Tyson Fury. That's just my personal opinion. So I think he might be underrated. So with that being said,
I can see that.
I would rate him good. Since there's no good category, I'll put him Hall of Fame.
See, I think Jerry Cooney was one of the most coddled heavyweights of all time. I mean, you look at the names on his resume, the Ken Nortons, the Ron Louds, the Jimmy Youngs. Those guys were so far past their prime when they fought Jerry Cooney. I mean, they were shells of themselves, and a lot of those cats, that was their last bout when they fought Cooney. He had a I talked to Jerry Cooney once, and he told me, he said after he knocked out Ken Norton, he had a line of coke and a shot of Irish whiskey, and he didn't get off the stuff until after he fought George Foreman. I mean, he could kick himself in the ass for being so fucked up. He could have beat Mike Spinks, I mean, just with that one left hook if he could have landed it. But like I said, he's another guy. fucking drugs and you know and all. The thing about these guys too that they take care of their family. A lot of these fighters they don't have the financial advisors that they should have, and they're all kind of broke today. You know, guys that had millions, Jerry Cooney included. But yeah, he said to me, he said, man, you know, once I knocked out Ken Norton and they put a line of coke in and gave me some Irish whiskey, he was a celebrity. He couldn't go anywhere without them buying him a drink or picking up his tab, and you know, he wasted opportunity, wasted career. But I think he only did have that left hook. You know, but you know now that I'm thinking back about it, I'm thinking about that Holmes and Cooney fight. That was a hell of a fight, man. And nobody was going to beat Larry Holmes that night. But Jerry Cooney was at his best. He was even out jabbing Holmes that night, but throwing some low shots. And I mean, Holmes was unbeatable that night. That was I think Larry Holmes' best performance against Jerry Cooney.
Yo, Bruce, in that fight, it was a round. I can't remember. It might have been the 9th or the 10th, where Jerry Cooney hit Larry Holmes with a body shot and hurt him really, really bad. He just didn't recognize it. And Larry Holmes and him was sitting on the couch, and Larry Holmes told him that, like, bro, you hurt me, you just didn't know it. So Jerry Cooney had a ton of power, and like you say, he was carefully manipulated. But I mean, it's no different than Deontay Wilder. All time, he's not top 10, nowhere near it. But as if I had to rate his skill set and what he possessed, because he was a smart fighter also. He may have been doing dumb shit as far as the drugs go, but a lot of the people suffered the same fate of that generation, the 90s era. I mean, the 80s and 90s, because I mean that's when kind of like the drugs was new. People didn't see the effects. You know what I mean? So a lot of that wave just hit him like hard. So if I look at his skill set that he possessed, I say Jerry Cooney's a really good fighter, and he would make some noise today in today's time. So I couldn't put him in the overrated category. So in between that is good in Hall of Fame, because we didn't do a good category, but I would just put him in the good category.
Well, see, the problem with Jerry Cooney was he was too coddled. He could have fought John Tate. He could have fought Mike Weaver. There were so many opportunities, but he got hurt. His opponents got hurt. But he just took so much time off, so much inactivity. So man, I just can't give Jerry Cooney the accolades that you give him, bro. You know, I just think he's too much potential wasted.
Didn't Foreman say like Jerry Cooney could actually punch?
Oh yeah, he banged. That's why George got him out early, because George said, man, he hit me with that left hook, and that's the hardest I ever got hurt. And that was for a guy who fought Joe Frazier twice.
And he fought Tommy Morrison.
So it sound like Bruce, you putting him in the overrated category.
Jerry Cooney?
Yeah,
Well,
where you put him?
Well, it depends how high you're rating him. You know, he was a decent heavyweight. He came around in the Larry Holmes era. If he had gone the WBA route, I think he could have had a title. I think he could have beat Mike Weaver. I think he could have beat John Tate, Trevor Berbick, but he avoided those guys, which was a big mistake. That's why I'm saying it's all wasted potential with Jerry Cooney.
Yo, what y'all think about? I kind of want to put Ray Mercer before. What y'all think about Razor Riddick? Nah, I should save him. What y'all think about Ray Mercer? My bad, Ray Mercer.
Ray Mercer was good, bro. But I don't like the fact that Ray Mercer called himself ducking Michael Moore and then losing to an old Larry Holmes, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know. He was really good though.
Didn't he? But I feel like Ray Mercer kind of beat Lennox Lewis. I feel like he.
Oh yeah. A lot of people share that same sentiment with you that he really was robbed against Lennox Lewis. I don't know. And, before in the post fight, I seen Emmanuel Stewart talking, and Emmanuel Stewart said that Ray Mercer's punch resistance was gone because he had like neck surgery or something, and then he went in there and Lennox Lewis didn't knock him out because Emmanuel Stewart was guaranteed a knockout for that fight. And not only did he not knock him out, but a lot of people thought Ray Mercer edged the fight out. So I'd have to say Ray Mercer, in my opinion, Hall of Famer.
Yeah, I would have to agree. Cause he lasted a long time as well. Only picked off in the early 2000s. So. All right, what about Razor Ruddock?
That was tough, bro.
You know, I'm gonna save that. I'm gonna put him last. I'm gonna put him last, bro. Cause I feel like what I'm gonna say about Razor Ruddock now, I think it's gonna be controversial, bro. What about should I put David? Actually, I'm gonna put Shannon Briggs. Where would you rate Shannon Briggs?
Oh shit! Hey, that one's a hard one too, bro. That's a hard one too because you know the point that Bruce just made about Jerry Cooney. Shannon Briggs was like that too, like in his early fights.
Mhm. Bro, I feel like Shannon Briggs was good in the '90s, bro. But I feel like whenever he came back in the 2000s, he was like not that good, bro. I gotta be honest. I don't think he was good whenever he came back. Even whenever he
When
won
Shannon,
his
huh?
second world title, I don't know, bro. Cause he was showing up out of shape, like 260 plus pounds, bro. Gassed out. Like it was horrible, bro. It was horrible.
Yeah,
But he
ton natural talent, but like you said, he would show up out of shape, overweight.
right, bro. But it exactly. But in the '90s, he was like he was really good. He gave Lennox Lewis a lot of trouble. Um, Powerful, athletic, good chin. He showed that against Vitali. Yeah, Vitali Klitschko when he went the distance.
And George Foreman too.
Oh yeah, George Foreman. But then at the same time, I think George Foreman beat Shannon Briggs, and I feel like he got robbed. Honestly, I gotta put Shannon Briggs in the overrated category, bro. Just because,
Dang, you got Briggs overrated.
yeah, bro. Because I think he robbed George Foreman on the scorecard. I think George Foreman actually
Yeah, I
won,
agree. I
and
agree.
and if he didn't get robbed, George Foreman, we could have saw George Foreman versus Lennox Lewis, which I think would have been a more interesting fight. Even though Shannon Briggs did put up a good fight against Lennox Lewis. And then also when Shannon Briggs came back, he just looked so bad, bro. Whenever he came back, even whenever he won the second world title, I can't forgive him like just gassing out, just like walking towards the guy, bro. Nah, man, I
And
can't.
then he tested positive for steroids on
He
top of
tested
all of that.
steroids, bro. He had good talent, like he had good schooling, but
Wasted potential, bro. And I don't know. I don't even. We talk about the people on the list that potential got wasted through drugs. I think his wasn't even wasted through drugs, bro. I think it was just like I don't know if it wasn't. I don't know what it was, bro. He never lived up to it, bro. He never like even when he got the belts, bro. He just never. You know what? And Teddy Atlas did an interview and he left Shannon Briggs and they asked him why, and he said because he don't believe that Shannon Briggs believes that he's that guy.
wow, yeah, that's what it had to be, bro. Because it wasn't drugs with him.
No, those heavyweights they eat themselves out of contention too, bro. They got appetites like like you would not believe. And when they don't they go off they go off their diets and I mean 20, 30 pounds of fat accumulated is like nothing, and it takes a lot to get it off. But Shannon Briggs, Tyrell Biggs, fucking Riddick Bowe, ate themselves right out of the title.
But yeah, he had a good fight with Lennox Lewis. You know what I mean? He actually hurt Lennox Lewis, but I mean, part of being a great fighter is being a great finisher. He didn't finish Lennox Lewis when he had him hurt. And then he lost to Vitali. Was it Vitali or Vladimir? I think it was Vitali. Yeah, it was Vitali.
Yes, Vitali.
And then he tried to say that he had one arm in that fight and then tested positive after that. Just the accumulation of things. It's like, yeah, bro, with the people that we fit to put on this list, we just gotta leave him out the club, bro. He got to watch from the outside.
But I'll tell you though, that highlight of him knocking out Tommy Morrison is definitely something that highlight reels were made from, man. That's like what a fight, back and forth action. And then on the other hand, man, Ray Mercer, one of the poorest performances he had against Larry Holmes. Larry came back from the dead, drank the fountain of youth, and became the young Larry again. Boxed his ears off. So,
Billy Smith says, question is if Briggs is overrated, what is Bo? Because Bo's only loss is to Holyfield, but in my opinion, he Doug Lennox. He was a champ, though. Riddick Bowe was undisputed, right?
yeah. Well, he until he dropped that WBC belt in the trash.
Man,
He's the one who broke undisputed.
we gotta get Well, I mean, we will just wait till we get to Riddick Bowe, because Riddick Bowe is at the end of the list. Just because I would consider him high rated, bro.
You know, it's funny. All these heavyweights, I've spoken to all these guys or met them in person. It's fucking weird, you know.
Yeah, that's dope. You even talked to Archie Moore's granddaughter, I believe, right?
His daughter.
His daughter. That is fucking dope, bro.
Oh yeah, man. You know, that's why I jump right in here when I see those faces up there. It's almost like I'm seeing old friends. I gotta stand up for them, you know.
Oh yeah, you definitely. What you do is you're the tiebreaker here, Bruce. If I vote one way, he vote another. You're the tiebreaker, and then you got to, like you said, you talk to these guys so you can provide us more history. Because I believe All Positive has told me that story that you said about the IBF belt and Larry Holmes ducking Pinkman Thomas.
Mm-hmm. Bro, yeah, speaking. Oh my bad.
No, go. I'm just.
Oh, no, I was just finna say that. All right, I'm not gonna lie. So after Mike Weaver, I feel like everybody else could be considered like they could be in that all-time top 10 category, bro. Honestly. So after we get past Mike Weaver, I think everybody else that we have left on the list could be considered in that top 10 category. So now you would have to start eliminating people. All right, so where would y'all rate Mike Weaver?
Oh, Mike Weaver is an overachiever. You know, Mike Weaver had so many losses, and he was considered washed up, a cherry pick for Larry Holmes, and he came out of nowhere, gave Holmes hell until he got knocked out. You know, he came back. I saw him take on Scott Ledoux, and talk about a masterful boxing performance. He boxed Scott Ledoux's ears off for 12 rounds. You know, instead of everybody figured it was going to be a slugfest. And then the next fight, man, he had was with John Tate. Want to talk about a wow, like something that will make you jump through the ceiling, that knockout of Weaver. But you know, Weaver was another guy whose mind would go back and forth, and he just wasn't involved in it. I heard an interview with Mike Weaver where when he first got into boxing, he was with Ken Norton, and he started jogging, and he'd jog a quarter mile, he'd throw up, and then he'd walk back home. But the next day he started again. He made it for a half mile this time. He had that grit in the beginning, but then after he won the title, and you know, and all his money went because, you know, family. He had poor financial advice. He just you know, when he fought Pinkman Thomas, and you know, he fought quite a few guys on his comeback, but he said he just didn't have the internal drive. A great fight that he had was with Carl the Truth Williams. I don't know if you guys remember that one. He knocked him out in the second round on an undercard of Mike Tyson and the guy Jesse Ferguson. It was Mike Tyson's debut on Wide World of Sports.
I didn't know they was on the undercard. That's crazy.
Wait, so that means he would have knocked out Carter Truth Williams on the come up then, right? Well, Carter Truth Williams was like the young kid, so.
Yeah, he knocked out Carter Truth Williams. This was when Carter Truth Williams, after he got beaten by Holmes in a real tough 15-round fight before he fought Mike Tyson. It was supposed to be routine. He was going to beat Mike Weaver. Mike Weaver, a former champion, another notch in his belt. The thing about Carter Truth Williams is, man, he was a sucker for a left hook, and Weaver had a great left hook. Ask John Tate, you know.
Yeah, that's one of the most brutal knockouts in boxing history that I've seen. And that fight, and the fight was it was a great fight as well. And also, what I'll say about Mike Weaver, I feel like Mike Weaver, he had what was that? He knocked out Jerry Cooney, didn't he? No, I mean not Jerry Cooney, Harry Coetzee, right?
No.
He did knock out Harry.
Yeah, he did in the 13th round in South Africa. Yep.
Yeah, so Harry Coetzee was a very good fighter, and then he beat Quick Tillers when he was undefeated, so he took his old defended that belt. Then he lost to Dokes, and we saw how good Dokes was, because Dokes came back in the 90s.
That was the worst decision you're gonna ever see in boxing history.
Yeah, the rematch. I feel like he won the rematch.
I thought he won the rematch too. There's an awesome special on that. You can find it on YouTube. And they ask everybody at ringside, the doctors at ringside, the both corners, cornermen, and it's really cool the way they break it down. But that was a terrible decision, terrible stoppage. The referee was Joey Curtis in the first fight. One of the worst refereeing jobs. But Michael Dokes, he could have been something, man. He could have really been something if he had signed with Don King. First of all, he was signed with Bob Arum, and the only time he defended his title was against James Quick Tillis. That was in Chicago on an undercard of Marvin Hagler and Mustafa Hamsho. But I don't know. Mike Weaver, Hall of Fame. I don't know, man. The doors are swinging pretty freely with the Hall of Fame over here. And I always liked Mike Weaver. I was sorry to see him get knocked out by Pinkman Thomas. And, man, when he got stopped by Bone Crusher Smith, it was a sad sight.
That was a competitive fight, bro. I got to put Mike Weaver Hall of Fame because I do think Mike Weaver should have been a 2-time heavyweight champion. And I do think it's... Oh,
you know what's interesting? That, like, I remember having a conversation one time about Anthony Joshua and whether he deserved to be in the Hall of Fame. And when I was thinking about it, like with the person that was arguing with me, the arguments they were making, it was very valid and legitimate points that they were making. And they were just basically saying, like, do you really think that Anthony Joshua is not going to be a first ballot? And I started thinking, I'm like, but bro, he ain't even fight Tyson Fury. And they were like, bro, that's beside the point. Do you think he'll make it? I'm like, well, like who do you got in there that's like questionable? They start giving me names. I'm like, bro, you're right. He's probably going to be a first ballot. So, like, I just asked myself this: the people that we're putting in Hall of Fame because we don't have a good category, does Anthony Joshua just undoubtedly just walk through those guys? And I don't see that happening. Like, I think Mike Weaver could possibly knock out Anthony Joshua. Mike Weaver's better than Andy Ruiz.
Yeah. You know what? Damn. Okay. Damn. All right. Damn. We got to think about that then. So, Scott, do you see anybody in the Hall of Fame currently that Mike Weaver could beat?
Talking about our list or in the actual Hall of Fame?
And our list, like right now, currently, that's currently ranked in here. Do you at least see 2 opponents that Mike Weaver could beat?
Hey,
I realize we got to probably judge it off of that criteria. I realize that we're supposed to be using that type of criteria.
Well, if any of them were knocked out, man, Mike Weaver had a left hook that would knock out anybody, anytime in a fight. So, that's why fantasy fights are so hard to even talk about. Because fighters have such different fights on different occasions. When they're prime, pre-prime, post-prime. So hard to talk about fantasy fights and how he'd do against him and if he would have beat him. All we can do compare them is their action. I mean, that's why when people say Mike Tyson's overrated, Mike Tyson beat everybody they put in front of him. He didn't duck anybody. He ducked Riddick Bowe. Riddick Bowe wasn't even. Riddick Bowe was a fucking amateur when Tyson was in his prime. Same with Lennox Lewis. Lennox Lewis was in his prime when Mike Tyson was like way past his. Mike Tyson had like a 3-year prime. He was a shooting star, but from like 86 to 89, nobody was going to beat Mike Tyson. I would take him over any heavyweight in history in those 3 years.
Yeah, I could see that.
I would probably put him on a Hall of Fame because he can knock out people there. He can knock out Douglas because, like Bruce just said, his best. Weaver's best characteristic was his grit and determination, like a Evander Holyfield. So, I can see. Yeah, I put him Hall of Fame.
And he never lifted a weight in his life. He looks like a freaking chiseled out of
yeah, that's crazy.
Pot. And he said that and people were snickering. And then he says, "Go look at my brothers. He's got 3 triplets, Troy, Floyd, and I can't think of the other one. But anyway, they're boxers too, and they all look like Mr. Olympias. None of them ever touched a weight in their life. It's funny. It's just genetics,
Yeah, bro. He could have been a bodybuilder, man. But now, all right, now it's kind of got interesting. Now we got the David Tuis, the Joe Lewises, the Rocky Marcianos of the world, the Joe Fraziers, the Alis. So now I feel like everybody could be considered top 10. The rest of the guys that we got, maybe. So first we have David Tua. Um, Bruce, you going first, or
Mhm.
Scotty going first? With David Tua, where would you rank David Tua? Hall of Fame, overrated, or trash, or all time great? You can only
Top
have
10
ten.
all time great.
Well, see, he got his ears boxed off by Lennox Lewis, so he showed his shortcomings. And he even when he was in a dogfight with Ike Iabuchi, it was one of the fights of the year, but he came up short in that. So how can we? There's only so much room for an all-time great. And an all-time great would be able to handle the style of Lennox Lewis and the grit of Ike Iabuchi, and David Tua couldn't do that. Granted, he knocked out Johnny Ruiz, Michael Mora. I mean, he was devastating. But he had his shortcomings, so I'm not gonna. I wouldn't include him as an all-time great. But see, I'm not playing with the format over here. I should let you guys do your thing, and then I would have broke the tie.
All
So
right.
I personally think that uh, Chris Bird beating him is kind of like a little cringy, right? Especially being a smaller guy and you got a power puncher who's supposed to do what power punchers do. Like like you said, Lennox Lewis boxed the ears off him, but Lennox Lewis was a big guy, bro. The fact that a smaller guy went up there and did what he did to him, it kind of leaves a bad taste in my mouth and my view of him of all time. So I'd say I put him on the lower tier of Hall of Fame because we don't have a good area. He would be in limbo. He would be just like a good fighter, never like Hall of Fame status, in my personal opinion.
David Tua.
Yeah,
What about him beating Michael Moore?
That was a first round
he
knockout.
beat Michael.
He caught him
Yeah, he
cold.
He
beat
knocked out
Michael
Michael.
Moore, but I think that more had to do with Moore's size, and then he caught him when he was cold. But you got to remember this too. And like I said, outside of the Chris Bird thing, right? I remember he was preparing, helping Holyfield prepare for Mike Tyson, and and everybody thought Holyfield was past his prime and over the hill, and Holyfield beat him up so bad he didn't even finish the camp with Holyfield. So he can't even finish a camp with the Hall of Famer. It's hard for me to even look at him in that realm because it's just sparring, bro. He couldn't even like stay there. Remember, sparring, you could say, "All right, hold up, I ain't in shape today," and hop out the ring. He said, "Let me lead the count."
Yeah, bro. I ain't gonna lie, man. I've been trying to. Well, I ain't say I've been trying to say that because I do think David Tua is a very, very good fighter. I do think he's a Hall of Fame level fighter. But I don't think that he's like. I don't think David Tua is better than like. I don't think he's better than Joe Frazier, bro. I gotta be honest, man. So I can see that. I can see David Tua at the top of the Hall of Fame though, like right around here. But all right. So next we got Michael Moore. I thought
Oh
Michael
man,
Moore.
that's so hard.
I used to think Michael Moore was like trash, bro. I'm not gonna lie. But when I actually went back and rewatched his fights and actually saw his actual accomplishments, I got to put respect on Michael Moore, bro. I mean, Michael Moore is definitely one of the best light heavyweights of all time. He would have to be in the top five, and and if you rate him at heavyweight, he was at the top. He was at the top of the he was at the top of the heavyweights in the '90s. You know what I mean? Based off his wins against Holyfield, the fact that Ray Mercer ducked him, the fact he was a three-time heavyweight champion, unified. So I personally would put Michael Moore in the Hall of Fame. Yeah, because it's a lot of people you could put in the all-time great category. So I will put him in the Hall of Fame. Where would y'all rate him?
I'm gonna look at Michael Moore. I think he was a much better light heavyweight than he was a heavyweight. He beat Evander Holyfield. It was a majority decision when he won the title, and he didn't defend it. He got knocked out by George Foreman in the next fight. He kind of proved how limited he was. If you saw his earlier fight with fucking the dude who was smoking the crack pipe all the time, man. Great what the fuck is his name? Trained by Joe Frazier. Why can't I think of it from Philadelphia? Think of it as I'm going on. But anyway, man, Burt Cooper. There it is. It's coming. Just
You
came
talking
into
about
my.
McCall?
Yeah, Michael Mora. Michael Mora had a fight with Burt Cooper, bro. It was an amazing fight. That's when he won the WBO title. He got knocked down. He got up off the ground. I mean, it was an awesome fight. And Burt Cooper was in there as a replacement. I'm sorry, no. Burt Cooper. He was in there off the showing that he had against Holyfield. But yeah, I mean, that was his first title. That was Mora's first title, the WBO. But WBO wasn't really recognized back then, so he kind of he vacated it. Same thing. Mercer did the same thing with the title. It wasn't respected. But like I said, he got knocked out by Holyfield. He had a pretty good run, but he didn't fight anybody important. And then when he fought Holyfield in the rematch, Holyfield was jacked. Holyfield was if you saw the Holyfield in that fight, his neck is like freaking 23 inches. The dude is huge. He's jacked, and I don't know. I just think Mora he didn't really show much potential. He got knocked out by Tua shortly after that. I don't know. He had a mediocre career. Never won never won another legitimate belt. And I don't know, man. I don't rate him as high as you guys do.
So I think Michael Moore, like I said, a very impressive fighter. Like, go look at all of his light heavyweight fights; they were all knockouts. And then the fact that there was no cruiserweight division, because the cruiserweight division is basically a division where people go to try to let their bodies fill out to grow into the heavyweight division. He didn't have no filler division. He went straight to the big guys. And the fight I'm most impressive with him is when he fought Mike White. Mike White being a 7-foot guy, bigger than Tyson Fury, taller, and also like width-wise bigger. Not just Tyson Fury, just a ton of fucking fat. You know what I mean? He was actually a muscular guy, and he was just breaking that guy down, bro. Knocked him down and almost knocked him out. And I was thoroughly impressed. Like, holy shit! Like Michael Moore he's good, bro. Like I was more impressed with him doing that to Mike White than Usyk doing that to Tyson Fury. Because I feel like if you take that version that fought Mike White and put him in there against Tyson Fury, he stops Tyson Fury. So
he's also a southpaw. I forgot about that.
Yes,
he's a southpaw.
All time, I think he's better than what's his name, Usyk. And then he went and regained his titles. I can't remember the guy, but was it Alex Schultz that he beat? He went and re-got his title after he got beat, but he was okay. He was okay. He was probably one of, like you said, one of the greatest light heavyweights of all time. The fact that he went from light heavyweight to go be a champion, that would be like Beterbiev. If Beterbiev made a heavyweight run and beat like a credible guy there, like an Anthony Joshua, like everybody would say Beterbiev was probably the greatest of all time. I think Michael Moore is just a victim of doing what most old school people do, which is continue their career after they've already accomplished at the highest level. Like if he would have retired after he beat Evander Holyfield, like they would have been saying Michael Moore is probably one of the best to ever do it. You know what I mean? But he kept going. He kept going until eventually he lost, which is the same mistake that Usyk is going to make if he keeps going. But as far as me rating him, bro, he's fucking really talented. I don't know if he could be top 10 all time, but man, he got to at least top 20. At least top 20.
3-time heavyweight champion, bro. 3-time heavyweight champion. On top of the light heavyweight titles. Yeah, I agree, man. Honestly, we'll see who we end up putting in the top 10 because there's like 15 guys, I believe, that I have on this list that could be considered. I would say. So he'd have to be in the top. You know, it's very competitive. It's very competitive, man. Okay, next, we got Ika Beabuchi. Now, me personally, bro, I got Ika Beabuchi as an all-time great. I know he don't have the titles. I know he don't got whatever it is, but I mean, bro, the skills of Ika Beabuchi, bro, and the talent, he would have to, like, imagine if Ika Beabuchi fought Lennox Lewis, and you swap out Klitschko for Ika Beabuchi, for that WBO heavyweight title. I think Lennox Lewis gets knocked out. Honestly, bro. You know, because that's an old Lennox Lewis. You know, he kind of slightly past his prime on the decline. Bucci could have definitely inherited the heavyweight division after everybody, you know, after all the guys from the '90s had retired. He was ripe for inheriting, you know, he wasn't ripe for inheriting the entire heavyweight division, bro. And when you look at guys like Samuel Peters, who gave the Klitschko's trouble, the Lehman Brewsters of the world, Bucci would have steamrolled those guys. So I'd have to put him as all-time great.
Come on, bro. He was in jail. He didn't do anything. He fucking doesn't even have a career, man. He couldn't control his inner demons. You know, you're saying he would have beat, but he didn't. He didn't. How can you make him an all-time great? His career was cut short, man. You know, maybe if you have an imaginary Hall of Fame, we imagine him in there, but you know, as far as an all-time great, come on, I can't even fathom that.
No,
So
like
Ike is a hard one. Ike is a hard one because of remember we just talked about wasted potential on the list. He's one of those guys, bro. Like he's still trying to box to this day. Like he literally try to invite like His Excellency to his YouTube channel to drop a bag on him, and he's still even fucking jacked like at fucking 50 something. Like he's
facts.
still jacked to this day. So he's probably out of all the heavyweights that I could think of, you know what I mean, while having a list in front of me, probably the most wasted potential out of all of those guys. Because he didn't even accomplish nothing. At least all the other guys, we at least got to see him in championship fights, et cetera, et cetera. Like we never even got to see that. Like the way that when I watched him versus David Tua, he dismantled David Tua. Like, bro, that shit was like he fucked David Tua up, bro. Like he had a good corner. His corner was giving him good advice. Like the same way we said Buster Douglas on the night of Tokyo would be hard to beat, him fighting David Tua, I don't know that there's like a lot of heavyweights that could have gave him beat him or that he wouldn't have gave trouble that day. So he's a hard one to rate. I don't know about Hall of Fame status, but I definitely would say skills. I mean, you don't need me to tell you that he was skilled. Look what he did to Tua.
Yeah, but he beat Tua by decision. It was a really close fight. I watched that fight. That was back and forth action all the way, man. And he only had 20 fights.
Hold up, bro.
You know what?
I ain't
He
gonna
did
lie.
something I've never seen nobody do. Take David Tua's punch on the chin, bro, and come right back. Like when Michael Moore took it, his lights got shut off. Most of the people, like even Lennox Lewis was scared to get touched by that. Like Lennox Lewis was running for dear life when he fought David Tua. And he made David Tua wait around for a long time, like rusting before he fought him. So he would be a little rusty and still was running for dear life with that left hook. Ike Beabucci stood right in front of David Tua, right, and drew a line in the sand and just fucking outboxed him. He didn't run or anything. So that's why I'm like, bro, he did something I ain't never seen nobody do. As far as his power, as far as his just actual skill set, along with his chin, bro, Ike Beabucci's a bad man.
Yeah, we'll see how the dice fall, man. Because I really do. Because David Tua could beat. Like, okay, do you think David Tua could beat Rocky Marciano in a fight?
I believe so.
That's what I'm. Okay. So if he could, because David Tua, he could debatably beat some all-time greats, bro. I mean, and Beabucci dismantled that guy. David Tua just never got the matchups. Like we never got to see David Tua fight a Ray Mercer or whoever it was. He didn't get a lot of title shots. So, you know what I mean? So I like based off of that, Beabucci should be creeping into the all-time great category if we just basing it off of skill and ability. Next,
Okay. Now all-time greats. If you tell me an all-time great, I can probably name you 5 of their opponents. Can you name me like 3 opponents without looking of Ike Ibuchi?
David Tua, Chris Bird, and we got those guys rated in the Hall of Fame.
But man, 20 fights, not a world champion amongst them. You know, it's aside from Bird, and even Bird was never a unified or. But anyway, man. Let's move on. We'll agree to disagree.
All right, all right.
But
What
Brucey,
about?
I would make an argument that maybe the heavyweights were just more better back then because better Bivol had like 15 fights and had a championship fight.
Well, he also had an extensive amateur career too, Eastern European. Like Karaguchi never had an amateur fight. Would have, could have, should have, but I can't base my awards on that.
All right, all right. So now we got we're moving on to Joe Louis. I mean, I don't think nothing has to be said. He obviously an all-time great. You know,
Hmm.
obviously. Scholar man, what you got to say about Joe Louis? Oh, we just gonna put him right here. Yo, you here?
Yeah, man.
What you got to say about Joe Louis?
Uh, Go. He got to at least be top 5.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I would say maybe even top number one, number two. You know, I mean, Joe Louis, he had everything, man. He was a boxer. He was a puncher. He had a 6-inch punch that would knock your head off. He was devastating in rematches. He only weighed 200 pounds, so you could see and he fought 250-pound fighters too. I mean,
Yeah.
there was there was how many years did Joe Louis reign?
You said
10
12 years.
12
12.
years, 25 defenses. I mean, that just kind of says it all right there. And plus, he spent 3 years in the army. So, damn.
12 years, ridiculous. He fought through it. That would be like someone coming in the 1970s and becoming champion, staying champion all the way to like 1982. So that's a whole era of boxing and then some.
And fighting everybody where you had to go out and look for people so you could fight a bum of the month just to stay active. You know, some of the top fighters, they didn't even want to fight Joe Louis.
Yeah. I agree with that, man. Because I mean, and also factor in that Joe Louis, his skills also it carried on to like bigger opponents too. He could still body big guys, easy work. So even if you put him against some of the bigger heavyweights on the list, he could still not. He still has the capability of knocking them out. And then you matching his accomplishments, bro. So yeah, Joe Louis definitely belongs at the top. Well, yeah, near the top of that all time.
And he did all this in a Jim Crow era. You know, he had to play the part. He couldn't do what fighters do today. He couldn't do what he wanted to do. You know, he couldn't go out and he couldn't dance in clubs. He liked fried chicken. He couldn't eat fried chicken in public. You know, he had to be humble. He couldn't celebrate in the ring after knocking somebody out. He couldn't gloat. I mean, he had to live by the rules, and he did it for 12 fucking years, man. You know, Joe Louis was not only an amazing fighter, but just a fucking human being. Fucking rose to the top.
Yeah, top 10. He's somewhere in the top 10. We don't know where he's gonna fall, but he's top 10.
Gave his fucking money back to the army. Gave it to fucking charities, man. Died fucking broke. The government wouldn't even give him a break. Fucking stacking interest upon his income taxes when the guy had no money. I mean, terrible fucking injustices to Joe Louis. Just that alone should put him in the fucking Hall of Fame.
He was forced back into the ring and still only had 3 losses in his career when he didn't even want to box anymore.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
even at 38, getting picked apart by 36, I think, by Rocky Marciano. He still put up a hell of a fight.
all right. So next, actually, I'm gonna do Rocky Marciano.
That was tough. Rocky probably, as far as an overachiever, bro, he definitely was that. And then, like a lot of people say, well, you know, the guys he beat was older, but the older guys he beat were still all-time greats, and would have gave like a lot of people trouble like in their primes. So he's a very tricky person to rate because he was 185 pounds. Like he wasn't even a big heavyweight even for the back then standard. but he was an achiever, and no matter overachiever, but no matter what anybody says about him, every time he got knocked down, he got up to win that fucking fight. So he's a very difficult person to rate.
And he fought
But
the best out, the best available contenders: Jersey Joe Walcott, Archie Moore, Ezra Charles. I mean, shit. Ike Ibuchi didn't have any names like that on his resume.
Yeah,
so but see, that's the difficult thing. So Bruce, who would you think will win out of Ike Ibuchi versus Rocky Marciano?
Whew. I don't know. What a fucking fight, though, man.
That's why Rocky's tricky. I don't know that he makes the top 10. Let's save him for last. Let's see who we put certified top 10, and then we'll put Rocky up.
You look at Jersey Joe Walcott's face when he got hit by that right hand of Rocky Marciano, which that's a freeze frame of that. All you gotta do is Google it. And I don't know. I could see any fighter in the world's face getting hit by that, and they're gonna go the same way Walcott went.
Was it Jersey Joe or Archie Moore that he gave that extra punch to? It was Jersey Joe, right?
Jersey. Oh yeah. That was just after that big right hand, just kind of a little left hook tapper. See ya. Well, he fought the toughest guys out there. Didn't duck anybody.
Next, we got next? Sonny Liston.
Ooh.
Oh, that's hard. We could throw Sonny top 10. I'll say Sonny's top 10.
Bro. Okay.
You know why I put Sonny top 10? Because he was such such a devastating puncher, and nobody even really knew his official age. So essentially, he was kind of what Luis Ortiz is to us today. But he was he was melting guys like Cleveland Williams, and you know what I mean. Like he was a bad dude, bro. He was a bad dude. Like I feel like if we did a top 10 and we left him off, even if he just didn't make top 10, I think that would do our list injustice. So I just had to put him up there real quick.
Okay. Next we have Vladimir Klitschko.
Overrated.
What, bro? You gotta have one of the Klitschkos in the top 10, bro.
Overrated, bro. In my opinion, if you look at bro, you got to remember, I was in school when Klitschko was boxing, and I could just remember people telling me how dominant he was, and then seeing him get dominated, like quit against Chris Bird, and then I remember he got beat against Layman Brewster, and he said that they poisoned his water. Like, bro, it's just like, bro, what the fuck? Like, what?
Wait, that was Tally quit against Chris Bird. He did.
Okay, yeah, but Tally quit against Chris Berg. He quit against Layman Brewster. Well, not quit. He got knocked down, but he said that, you know, like they poisoned his water, they spiked his water, and all this other stuff. I'm just like, bro, what the hell? Like, and then they waited like some while a while before they rematched Layman Brewster, and by the time they rematched him, he had that detached retina, bro. So I don't know. Like, there's a fight that what's his name? Stitch Durant was in Klitschko's corner, and he talked about how the cut was above the forehead. And he said that in that fight that the referee came and he opened the cut up and said there's nothing he could do with it, so that it would go to the scorecards, which is really smart. But in that fight, Klitschko was like losing, bro. Like he had been knocked down and everything in that fight, bro. It wasn't looking good for Klitschko. So Samuel Peters knocked him down 3 times. Like Klitschko, bro, because I watched him, I don't think that he was trash or anything because he had a good skill set, you know what I mean, good trainer and Emmanuel Stewart. But as far as what he should have been able to do with that power, bro, that he had, and you know, he never was the boss. Like even when he got knockouts, it was because he ran and got the person tired from leaning on them and then knocked them. Like he was always conservative. And you expect a big man like that to have a mentality like a Mike Tyson. So yeah, I have to say he's overrated.
Yo. Okay. Damn, both of them?
And I don't know if you ever heard the story of James Toney sparring them and beating them up in sparring. I've heard that from like I remember was it Freddie Brown?
Goes up in sparring?
I think Freddie Brown like kind of confirmed it.
Bro, what? Nah,
yeah.
You joking, bro. You joking, bro.
Look it up. It's a video on YouTube, bro. Freddie Brown talking about James Toney beating up the Klitschkos at Wildcard Gym when he trained with a Freddie Roach.
These 6'4" guys was getting beat up by an
6'6" guys.
6'6" was getting beat up by an ancient version of James Toney.
Yep. So I got to put them in the overrated category, bro.
Yeah.
Because they were good for the era, but when you match them up against all-time people, I think Ike Abuchi would knock them out.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I do too. Yeah. You know what? Yeah, man. I can't really. Okay, what about Corey Sanders?
One hit wonder.
The one
You
hit
know,
wonder.
that's pretty interesting. Corey Sanders knocked out Klitschko, and they rematched him, and he was out of shape and he was fat, and they dominated him. But he was a decent fighter. I mean, we didn't get to see it because I think he eventually got like lost his life, right? Like we never, like his
Yeah, I
career was
know.
kind of cut short.
Yeah.
So it's kind of his potential wasn't fully. We didn't see how he came, like he could have overcame. Because let's say that he came back to the ring and then he knocked out both Klitschko's and it would have ended their reign and gave us an undisputed champion. We wouldn't have to wait 25 years. We probably would look at him in a different light. So I wouldn't say he's overrated. I would just say he's okay. Like he's okay. He's okay. Got an okay skill set.
All right, so I'm just gonna put him at the bottom of overrated. Well, nah, we gotta put him as the most overrated. We gotta put these guys near the bottom as well. All right. So okay, so next we could do. I'm trying to think what would be an easy one. Okay, well George Foreman.
Oh, put him up there in the top 10. George Foreman got it. Any list that don't got George Foreman top 10, bro, needs to be thrown away.
Yeah, but honestly,
We could pick out the order of it, but George Foreman definitely in top 10.
I think George Foreman is a top 3 heavyweight, bro, just because he fought in the 2 best heavyweight divisions and was at the top, was like the top guy there.
Yeah,
Twice.
but see, but if you're gonna put a top 10 though, you gotta understand. If you put him in the top 3, then you gotta put the 4 fighters over. You gotta put the 4 fighters that George Foreman's gonna beat over him. You know, I don't see him beating Larry Holmes. I mean, you know, Ali, Joe Louis, so many greats up there.
Oh, you don't think he could beat Joe Louis? I don't know about that.
I don't know, man. I don't know. You know,
He's too big. He's
Joe handled big fights. You know, it's fantasy fights. I can't argue them, but if I was going to say Joe Louis and George Foreman, the odds, I wouldn't bet against Joe Louis. You know, George Foreman, he was he was outboxed by Ali, outfoxed by Ali. He tired out against Jimmy Young. You know, Joe Louis had his flaws too. Best performance ever against best performance ever. Oof, I don't know, man. That's why, like I said, fantasy fights, I ain't gonna argue over them.
All right, let's get a solid top 10 so we can move them or leave them.
Okay. So Joe Frazier. I got him as all.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you. Joe Frazier was good, bro. But like when we look at Joe Frazier's signature wins, bro, Muhammad Ali beat him twice. George Foreman beat him twice. I'm keeping it real, bro. George Foreman beat him twice. And if Sonny Liston fought Joe Frazier, I think Sonny Liston would knock Joe Frazier out.
Come on, man. That's crazy. Well, okay. Man, wait, you sure, bro?
Telling you, bro. Sonny Liston would knock Joe. He would do him just like he did Cleveland Williams. You got to remember, Cleveland Williams was an even-fisted fighter that could punch with both fists, and he still knocked out Cleveland Williams. Joe Frazier's just a left hooker, bro. And Sonny Liston's best punch was his jab. The jab is gonna always beat the hook.
Okay. Damn. Man, come on, man. That's I can't argue with that. Okay, but okay. So Holyfield, right? You would give Joe Frazier the win over Holyfield, right?
Yeah, I think he can beat Holyfield. I don't know. That'd be a tough fight. That's a tough one. That's a hard fight. Both of them best quality is their heart.
That's what I'm saying. But Frazier was doing that for like 15. Frazier fought the most like grueling fights ever. especially that third fight with Ali. So
Did he, bro? Because the first fight before the first fight with Ali, bro, everybody was looking at Joe Frazier like he was an imitation of the champion. Like he wasn't. Ali was the real champion. And then when he beat Ali, Ali was coming off that long layoff, and he never beat him again, bro.
man,
Hey, how
Ali's the
come?
greatest, but Ali's the greatest of all time, bro. Come on, bro. You still
How
beat
come?
I'm just saying. I'm just
How
saying.
come?
So. Go
How
ahead.
come? How come you ain't got Tim Witherspoon up there, bro?
In the top 10,
Yeah, I was going to give him a call, see if he wanted to join in the conversation, but if he's not in there, man, he may get offended. Oh,
Tim is in the Hall of Fame. We got him in the Hall of Fame status.
do you? I didn't even see him up there.
Oh, my bad.
No,
Hold on.
he's Hall of Fame.
Okay.
Yeah. He is. He on the Hall of Fame. Tim
No,
Witherspoon is Tim Witherspoon right here.
I didn't put him top 10 though.
Yeah, no, we didn't put him.
But
all
no, I
time.
put him in the top 10. I put him in the Hall of Fame, just not the top 10.
Oh no, I didn't see him up there, and I was just kind of wondering, just making a little light of the situation.
Yeah, you right here.
Nah, I think you missed it. Like right before you got on, I gave my assessment of 10. I said that Tim is a good champion. You know what I mean? Good chin, good defense. Like he could fight probably in every era. All the tough eras that we talk about.
He loves talking this shit. You know, he loves it, man.
All right, damn man, but you ain't got bro. All right, so okay, so if
Let's say
what
Frazier.
about-
Let's say Frazier to see because I want
Yeah.
to see who goes in front of him. He's a tough person to put up there.
Okay. All right, so next we're gonna
He's
do
top 20, but I don't know about top 10.
top 20.
Oh yeah, you look what he did to Buster Mathis, Jimmy Ellis. I mean, Joe Frazier between 1967, 1971, untouchable. That weave and bob and style, he come at you like a missile. Fucking left hook, crack
Missile,
ribs. Oh,
So what about Joe Frazier versus Klitschko? Who you got?
Joe Frazier, easy.
Bro,
Joe
come
Frazier.
on, bro. That's crazy, bro. So you say he could
Bro, I
beat
think Klitschko's overrated, bro. You know
Okay.
what let me know that Klitschko would get beat by him? Lehman Brewster had to beat Klitschko with a left hook, and Joe Frazier's left hook was better than Lehman Brewster's.
Okay, yeah.
I think imagine Joe Frazier against Tyson Fury.
Okay, wait a minute. Okay, Joe Frazier versus Michael Moore. If Michael
Oh.
Moore has so much trouble with Burt Cooper, come on, man.
Knockout. Joe
And
Frazier.
Burt Cooper is like a poor man's Joe Frazier.
Burt Cooper was trained by Joe Frazier. That was his protege.
Yeah, he would not. He probably would get because he's southpaw too.
Okay. All right. I guess we just wait. All right. So next we're gonna do Larry Holmes, the Eastern Assassin, bro. I gotta put him as an all-time great. Gotta put him as an all-time great. I feel like Holmes could. I feel like honestly, bro. I think Holmes would give Ali trouble, even if it was Ali without disease. Honestly, I don't think he would win. I feel like he would give Ali trouble. I think he would beat Foreman. I feel like he would beat the '90s version of George Foreman. I don't think he would beat '70s George Foreman though. And I think he would beat beat Frazier on points. So yeah, based on and I think he could beat. I gotta be honest. I think he could beat Sonny Liston, bro. Because if he fought Shavers twice, and Shavers had dropped him, and he had got up against Shavers, and and he had fought Weaver. He fought devastating punches himself, Jerry Cooney, bigger guys. I don't think Sonny Liston would just walk through a Larry Holmes. So I would have to put Larry Holmes in the top 10. And I feel like I think he could beat Lennox Lewis on points as well. Actually, no, I think he could probably stop Lennox Lewis, bro. So I gotta put Larry Holmes in the top 10. I would give him a shot.
Man, Larry Holmes ain't beat no damn He not beating no fucking Sonny Liston, bro.
Bro, you don't think, man? How? Sonny Liston too slow for him, bro.
Tim Witherspoon exposed Larry Holmes, bro.
He did.
Anytime you can match jabs with Larry Holmes or take his jab away, he had trouble.
Okay, yeah. I mean, yeah, that's true.
Who got a better jab than Sonny Liston?
Well, Sonny Liston's got a different jab though. Sonny's got that telephone pole, straight jab, slow. Larry Holmes has an educated flick jab. He can hook off the jab. You know, that would be an awesome fight, man. Interesting fight. I think Larry Holmes would outbox Sonny Liston over 15 rounds if they fought. Because Larry Holmes always got up, man. He got knocked down by Shavers, got knocked down by Snipes. But he always rose to the occasion.
I don't see nobody really just knocking. Like, I don't see nobody just really knocking Larry Holmes out besides the guy that did knock him out. Like,
Yeah, I don't think Liston would have knocked him out. I think he just would have beat him. Like I said, you got to remember, Call the Truth Williams was like virtually a nobody, bro. He's knocked out by fucking Weaver. Went up there and got robbed by Larry Holmes. So it's hard for me to just say undoubtedly Larry Holmes is gonna walk through a guy with a good jab. Call the Truth Williams.
Okay. Well, yeah, not walk through Sonny Liston, but I think he would edge it out. I think he would edge out a close fight.
I don't know. When I look at the style of a guy like that, and I say, what is his best attribute? Obviously, it's the jab. He was knocking people's teeth out with it. And I look at his skill set and his physicality. Like, another reason why Tim Witherspoon gave Larry Holmes so much trouble is because he didn't give up ground. He drew a line in the sand that he just took his jab away and started answering with a jab of his own. And I'm like, if Liston times Larry Holmes' jab, bro, like, look out, Larry, you're gonna be in for a tough fight.
Okay, yeah, all right, yeah, I see what you mean. But you don't think that's like good enough to put him in the Hall of Fame? I mean.
Oh, he's top 10. He's top 10. I'm just saying, I disagree with your assessment of the mythical fight. But yeah, he's top 10.
Okay. All right. I honestly, yeah, that makes sense. All right, so what about all right, next we're gonna do Evander Holyfield. Holyfield obviously got to be a top 10.
I think we should put him up there, but I got a feeling that when we're done with the list, bro, he gonna be on the outside looking in, like maybe 11, 12 spot. But you could put him up there.
Okay. Damn. All right. Next, we got Lennox. Should I say Lennox? All right. I'm trying to get the guarantees in. Okay, we're gonna put Muhammad Ali in there, right?
Absolutely.
You sure?
Bro, stop, bro. Put Ali up there, bro.
All right. Okay. What about Mike Tyson?
Yeah, put Tyson up there, bro.
Why do you think Mike Tyson should be in the all-time great list?
At least number 10. Number 10.
I'm trolling, bro. I'm trolling. Honestly, I mean, we could shuffle them later after we got everybody in there. If we got 10 slots, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So only 3 more names, man. We can only put. That's
what I was saying, bro. It's gonna be hard. Like, once you start getting to the nitty gritty, bro, of the top 10, it's gonna be hard because we might have to push some people off.
Damn, this shit is hard, bruh. Hold up, bro. Okay. All right. Damn, this is hard, bro.
Riddy Bowe. That's what I'm saying, bro. It's gonna get hard, bro.
Damn. Okay. What about Razor Riddick?
Nah.
You want to put him in all-time great?
No.
I mean, you should really at least limit this to world champions too, no?
Yeah.
Hall
of Fame.
Absolutely.
Yeah, if we had a top potential list, you know what I mean? Maybe he might be on it.
Okay. What about?
Razor still wants to fight too.
Okay. Where do y'all want to
Yeah,
put?
that's sad.
I mean,
I seen the video of him calling out Deontay Wilder.
Oh, I had him on the show. He came on my show one night a couple of months ago. I talked to him for about 20 minutes. He says he never retired. He complained about Lennox Lewis hitting him behind the head. He wants, You know, he wants to do an exhibition with Lennox Lewis. He wants to do an exhibition with Tyson. Well, he's
Bruh, it's over. Wait, damn, I didn't mean to say that. I didn't mean to say that. I'm sorry. Um,
nobody wants to ever admit it's over, let alone me, bro.
yeah, I mean, yeah. Roy Jones Jr. I really do think Roy Jones the best fighter that ever lived, man. I mean, he won't stop boxing, bro. He won't quit. But all right, man. So next, this is hard, bro. I'm not gonna lie, man. All right, Lennox Lewis. We gotta put somebody in these spots.
Listen, you could throw Lennox Lewis up there. Just put him last because he might not make it.
Yeah, he might get chopped. Okay. All right, where you gonna put Ernie Shavers?
Looking at what we have up there, do you think Ernie Shavers beats any of the guys that's already up there?
No, 'cause he couldn't beat Holmes. I mean, maybe he could catch Lennox Lewis with a shot and knock him out. Maybe.
Yeah, you know what? Hakeem Rockman caught him with that shot. Why not? Why not Ernie Shavers? Ernie's a hard one too. Go put him behind Lennox Lewis.
Yeah, Ernie had no chin though, bro.
No chin.
But Lennox didn't have one either.
He's only been knocked out by punchers.
Jerry Quarry knocked him out, bro. First round.
Corey could punch. Corey wasn't no bum.
Bernardo Mercado floored him. I don't know if he stopped him. He might have stopped him.
But you got to remember this too, also, Bruce.
Bernardo Mercado.
Shavers did not have a chin. I saw Shavers get stopped or dropped several times. No, Shavers didn't have a chin.
Well, hold up, Bruce. Don't people say Lennox Lewis don't got no chin?
Lennox Lewis, he's been dropped a few times, but maybe he doesn't have a chin. Well, he doesn't have a granite chin. That was Shavers' shortcoming, was his chin, man. If Shavers had a chin, I think he would be champion today.
Wait, you think Tyson Fury can knock him out?
I don't know. I don't know. I think if fucking Oliver McCall, well, let me say Oliver McCall. If Hakeem Rockman can knock out Lennox Lewis, I mean, you could say Lennox Lewis ain't got no chin. Corey was a harder puncher than Hakeem Rockman. So I don't know. I think Ernie gets a bad rep because in the sport of boxing, you know, you're more easier to like you're more easier and susceptible to get knocked out when you're tired. That's what Ali did to Foreman with the rope-a-dope. So Schaefer's throwing punches at 100%, with every punch trying to knock you out, made him also vulnerable and tired. Like a lot of his knockouts that I watched, it was just because he was fatigued. It wasn't because his chin was like had leaks in it or anything. So I think if we rate chins, I think Ernie Schaefer's had a better chin than Lennox Lewis, my personal opinion. But we could leave him up there. He probably won't make the cut anyway, but we just leave him up there.
Go check out the Ron Lyle Ernie Shavers fight, bro.
Lennox Lewis got knocked out twice.
In that fight, Ron Lyle said that he had got hit like he had never felt before. They said like the earth started moving and shit, and and then he came back and knocked out Ernie Shavers. But yeah, that was a good fight.
That's one of my favorite fights. And
But see though, Ernie Shavers, he just wasn't a good finisher, bro.
Because he was tired. A lot of that had to do with fatigue. He spent so much energy because he started late, so he didn't know how to take his time and set stuff up. So he just 100 miles per hour, just try to every punch to try to knock you out. That was his game plan. He began and ended with just trying to knock people out. So yeah, but yeah, we can move on to the next. Let's get this shit flowing.
All right, so next we can do. I mean, we kind of back at route one. Joe Frazier. Oh wait, how many people we got? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, put Joe Frazier behind Ernie.
Wait, we can only put one more guy up here, bro.
Yeah, but they could not make the cut later. Let's put them up there in the top, around the top 10 though, so we can at least just move them down. So we can go ahead and get this over with. Tyson Fury is not going to be in the top 10. Usyk's not going to be in the top 10. Riddick Bowe definitely will be in the top 10. Who else we got?
You got okay. Yeah. That's it. Rocky Marciano.
No, I don't think Rocky makes the top 10. I think Ernie knocks Rocky Marciano's block off. he might not make the top 10.
You don't think he'll get up?
No.
Bro, okay. So we're gonna put Riddick Bowe in the top 10.
We could put Usyk, Hall of Fame. We could throw Tyson Fury. I put Tyson Fury in the overrated category, but you could throw him Hall of Fame if you want to. I think all the guys that are in the Hall of Fame beats Tyson Fury, if not gives him trouble. Especially Buster Douglas tonight, he beat Tyson in Tokyo. I think he knocks Tyson Fury out. So we could skip past those. Put Riddick Bowe up there.
Yeah, Riddick Bowe's in the top 10. I mean, top 10.
Yeah. Throw Riddick Bowe up there, and we'll sort out the order. We ain't did the order yet. Just put the top 10 up there. Just throw Riddick Bowe up there.
Yeah, you're right here.
Put him at behind. Oh, you ain't got no room, is what you're saying. Oh, okay. I see it now. Okay, I see what you're doing. All right, now who else we got left?
Rocky Marciano.
You got Riddick Bowe twice. They got Riddick Bowe right there behind.
Oh no. Don't worry about this. It's just we only got these three left. We got Tyson Fury, Usyk, and Marciano.
Okay, yeah, you could throw them. You could throw Usyk and Marciano Hall of Fame and put Tyson Fury in overrated in my book. I don't know, Bruce. How you feel about Tyson Fury?
Bro, you think they could beat any of the guys in the Hall of Fame?
No.
You think either one of them could beat any of the guys in the Hall of Fame?
No, I don't.
No.
Nah, all right. They gotta go in the overrated category then.
Yeah, I'll put them in the same category as the Klitschko's.
Facts. I don't even think they could beat Ike Bucci.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, so here we go. Now let's sort this heavyweight debacle out.
These are the top 10 heavyweights. So, well, actually, they got 11 people in.
All right, let's get the order. So, honestly, first I will put Muhammad Ali.
Okay.
I would only put Muhammad Ali only because I feel like out of all the bunch, he has the best resume and the most wins. And then if you look at his actual record, he's fought like 10 of the greatest punchers of all time and was never knocked out, like even well past his prime when he fought a prime Larry Holmes, still not off his feet. The fact that he lost 3 years off his career, came back and had a second half of his career, which was better than the first half. I don't see anybody beating him. Like, the argument that because he said Joe Louis didn't like him because Joe Louis used to always pick against him. But whenever they did the stylistic matchup, Customato said that Ali would lose to Joe Louis, and he said because he has invested interest because he loved Joe Louis. But I think if you look at Joe Louis against Billy Conn, the foot speed gave Joe Louis trouble, and I think if he fought Muhammad Ali, Muhammad Ali would give him trouble as well.
But you still think it'll be a competitive fight?
Oh yeah, you can't count Joe Louis out in any fight.
Oh, okay. So who would you have as number 2? No, honestly, I want to put Mike Tyson, bro. Honestly,
number 2, based off of accomplishments, honestly, I would have to say George Foreman. George Foreman, only because he was the bigger version of a Joe Louis to me. Like the fact that Joe Louis ruled for a decade, 25 title defenses. If I look at the opponents that he beat, George Foreman would have iced those guys as well. Because he was like Joe Louis, just a bigger version, in my personal opinion. You know what I mean? Like as far as punching power and stature. You know what I mean? And then the fact that he came back well past his prime and beat and became champion at 49, like that stuff can't be scoffed at. And I don't know. George Foreman, based off accomplishments, skill set, and everything, this guy was a beast, bro.
George Foreman is one of my 3 favorite heavyweights of all time. So number 3.
Joe Louis.
Oh, dang, okay.
Joe Louis, bro. Joe Louis would fucking knock Vladimir Klitschko. He would make Vladimir Klitschko like piss oil, bro. He would make Tyson Fury like piss oil just from hitting him with a right hand, bro. Like it wouldn't be over after they got knocked out in the ring. Like it would affect their life afterwards, bro. So yeah, Joe Louis was a bad man. My grandma used to always tell me about Joe Louis coming up. I'm like, Joe Louis, black and white. I'm like, But when I actually started watching when I was older, I'm like, what the fuck? This guy was fucking cold, bro. Buddy Bear knocked him out of the ring. He climbs back into the ring and fucks Buddy Bear up, bro. Guy who's 6'6", bro. That's crazy.
Honestly, bro, we got to kick whatchamacallit out, bro.
Cool.
We'll get to that. We got to kick Ernie Shavers out.
Okay, Bruce, you agree with 1 through 3?
Well, see, I would, it's hard to do it with either based on their whole career or certain years of their prime. But I'm not going to disagree with you, man. It's your opinions, bro. I might have it a little different myself, but it doesn't matter. You definitely got a good top 10 up there, and any way you put them is okay.
So
Ali and Joe Louis, absolutely 1 and 2. Mike Tyson between 86 and 89.
Mike Tyson.
It's hard to rate.
Yeah.
Let me think. I think I will leave Mike right there.
I think some people will chastise you for that, but that's your opinion, bro. It's your show. You can rate them any ways you want to, and nobody's going to tell you.
Now you can disagree. That's legal over here.
Well, 100 people will have different opinions on all these. I mean, I've had some people say that Joe Louis #1, and they don't want to hear it, and then they'll stick. Well, I see. What did you make the cutoff line at over here? Because you got Joe Louis, but I don't see guys like Jack Dempsey in there, or heavyweights like that. Some of the old killers.
Jack Dempsey.
We did him Hall of Fame.
Oh,
he was before you got on there. We also did like Sam Langford. We did pretty much everybody that we could think of off the spot, because we kind of did this an hour before. But we did the old school guys, but I don't think they make the top 10.
So I mean, these lists are subjective. That's what I'm saying, bro. And yours is just as good as anybody else's, man. You're definitely not going to have everybody agree with every pick you got, for sure.
Yeah, it's like a pound for pound list.
Yeah, see, Mike Tyson, I base him on his entire career, and in those 3 years, like I said, he would have been competitive with Joe Louis, with Ali, with anybody. But then you look at his entire career after that, when he came out of prison, and he just didn't give a shit anymore. I have to throw that into the equation also, where he got beat by every big fight that he got into after that, pretty much. So I don't know if I could put him as high as number 3.
I mean, no.
Every list is gonna have somebody saying that's what we need more. You remember they used to have whole documentaries like that where they would debate Tyson versus Ali or shit like that.
And you get these experts that used to do it, like you get Burt Sugar and Angelo Dundee, and they have footage in there. They go over the freaking fight frame by frame. Well, you see how he throws that left hook and slips under it with the counter to the body, and it's just fucking educated stuff. But this is a very, very very accurate, and you can't. Not too many people can really say too much about it. But these are subjective lists, and hey, let's keep going, bro. Let's get it done.
What's funny? I seen Burt Sugar them do a top heavyweight list. I think Tyson was number 13 on their list.
Yeah.
They even think Tyson is close to the top 10, so it's not that far off from their list. But let's go.
All right. So after Mike Tyson, honestly, well, that's my opinion. Y'all shuffle it, but I put Riddick Bowe next. I think I see Tate, and he said Holyfield would have to be higher than Riddick Bowe. I would say nah, because I feel like Riddick Bowe. I think Riddick Bowe had more skill, and he was also bigger. He was like a real heavyweight. He had more power. Riddick Bowe was a beast. Overall Riddick Bowe. He was a very complete fighter. He could fight on the outside. He could fight on the inside. He could walk you down. He could box. Devastating power. Great heart.
But he did not commit himself, though.
I mean, yeah, but he would. I mean, he would still beat. He would. He's definitely all time great. He'd still be in the top 10.
I can't say it, man. I think he didn't fight Lennox Lewis when he could have. He didn't fight Mike Tyson. He just undisciplined. That's all I'm gonna say about Riddick Bowe, and I think he needs. I don't think he belongs in the top 10.
Ah man,
And
I
I
think
like Riddick Bowe, man. I mean, I talked to Riddick Bowe. Riddick Bowe's a hell of a nice guy, and he'd probably give me a slap if I said he didn't. But hey, that's my opinion of this list.
Riddick Bowe would have been tough for anybody, especially whenever he was with Eddie Fudge.
Oh, talent like a motherfucker. Riddick Bowe he only got beat one time in his career, man. Riddick Bowe was the best. But I think if Riddick Bowe had really nose to the grindstone, then he would have been mentioned in the same breath as Joe Louis and Muhammad Ali. But right now, I just can't do that.
Do you think anybody in the top 10 just beats? Do you think Larry Holmes beats Riddick Bowe?
Well, see, um, it's tough, man. See, you got to base it on the opponents that they did have, and the people who had more styles like that, and the records of the opposition. And I don't know how Riddick Bowe would have done with somebody like Larry Holmes, man, because like when Evander Holyfield was boxing him in both fights, he was out jabbing, he was scoring inside. So Riddick Bowe can be outboxed, but we're talking fantasy fights, so you never know. You never know who's going to show. I lost money on Larry Holmes all the time. I bet against Larry Holmes a couple of times, man, and I learned never underestimate old Larry.
Do you feel like Larry Holmes beat Spinks, or was he robbed, or do you think he lost those fights legitimately?
I think Spinks beat him in the second fight. First fight was very close. I thought the second fight Larry got robbed.
That's why I can't say undoubtedly Larry Holmes beats anybody on the list for that very reason. I think Larry Holmes is a guy that I mean, in a fight you might think he might get dominated, he might win that fight, but in a fight that you think he should dominate, like a Spinks, he'll struggle.
Beat the shit out of Leon Spinks.
Holmes had one of the greatest jabs of all time.
He did.
Agreed, bro. Agreed. So where we at? Yeah, that's good. Where you got who you got? You got Mike, Riddick Bowe, Larry Holmes. You got Holyfield, Sonny Liston. I will put Sonny Liston above Holyfield. That's just
Really?
me. Yeah,
Why? How?
Holyfield above. I couldn't put Holyfield against above Liston. See, a lot of the way people are viewed as they historical fights, and I think that Liston, because Muhammad Ali was big ugly bear on his line and beat him, people remember Liston as being like kind of like a hype job, like that he just thrown to the wayside, which is crazy because Muhammad Ali said when Liston had passed away that he was a really good fighter and that people like underestimate him. And he had fought George Foreman after this. He still said this, and I agree with him. I think Liston is a guy that people tend to overlook because of how easily Muhammad Ali beat him. But that doesn't make him a bum just because Muhammad Ali beat him so easily. If you put him up against all these other guys on the list, bro, Liston, he beats a lot of these guys, and a lot of the guys he beats them in devastating fashion. So him and Holyfield, because Holyfield likes to stand toe to toe with heavyweights, I could see it going like Cleveland Williams versus Liston, bro. And I think Liston could knock out Holyfield.
Damn. Yeah, I can see that. Okay. And I put Lennox Lewis. I put Joe Frazier as number 10. So I think Lennox Lewis would beat Joe Frazier, but I also think Joe Frazier would beat. I think Frazier would beat Ernie Shavers.
Hard for
Honestly,
me to say, bro. I'm gonna be real. I think Lennox Lewis gets stopped by Joe Frazier.
Yo, for real, bro.
Absolutely, bro.
I remember what I said that, bro. You was like, nah, man, he would get beat.
Nah, see, now that I'm thinking about it, and I got the whole criteria in front of me, bro. So Lennox Lewis did beat David Tua because all he had was a left hook, and Joe Frazier has a left hook as well. But you know the one criteria that I underestimated, bro, is Joe Frazier's more mentally strong than Lennox Lewis, and Ali was better skilled than Joe Frazier, but it was his will and his mindset that made him close the distance and give Ali tough fights. Ali was way more skilled than Joe Frazier, but he still was able to give him tough fights because of his will and his mindset. You know what I mean? So that's why I was like, man, you know what? Lennox Lewis ain't that mentally strong, bro. I think the pressure might get to him. Has he ever even took that type of body work, bro?
No, nah, yeah, nah, nobody ever tested him. So went to the
See,
body of
David
him.
too was just chasing him around trying to land a left hook. Joe Frazier is gonna be beating the shit out of Lennox Lewis' body, bro. Like you got to remember this. Larry Holmes sparred Joe Lewis, and Joe Lewis broke his fucking rib, bro. So I don't know. Not Joe Frazier, excuse me, not Joe Lewis. Joe Frazier broke his rib.
Tua against Tyson is a good fight.
Tyson would kill Tua.
Yeah, agreed. Agreed.
Talking about speed, speed versus power. Speed gonna win every time. Tyson was a perfect combination of speed and power, so he would get there before Tua did.
Bro, so I ain't gonna lie. So what do you make of the top 10, man? Top 10 best heavyweights: Ali, George Foreman, Joe Lewis, Mike Tyson, Riddick Bowe, Holyfield. Riddick Bowe, Larry Holmes, Sonny Liston, Holyfield, Joe Frazier, Lennox Lewis.
I'm not mad at that list. That's a pretty good list. Only because I could see those guys beating guys from different eras who they consider the best. They're gonna be competitive in any era that they're in. So if you could disagree with where they're ranked, you could disagree with that. But as far as them being good in any era, that's what makes them at least make the list of the top 10.
Okay. Yeah, I agree with this list. Honestly, these guys would be the guys that I would put in the top 10 best heavyweights of all time.
Hey,
So,
bro.
what's up?
You hear, bro? You know what Ronnie Shields said about David Tua before
What's
he
up?
fought
Oh, I heard the story, but go ahead, tell it.
Lewis, bro. He said that the reason he fought like that against Lewis was because the night before the fight, they had like a dinner or some shit, and that David Tua's dad told him that he loved him, bro. And like in their culture, like David Tua's dad's never told him that in his life, bro, until that day. And so they're saying that. So he's saying that like it basically made him soft, like before the fight.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro.
Yeah.
Ron Shields.
Samoans. I mean, that was those were his bloodlines. He used to come down the ring with Alpha and Sika in the WWE. So I think that his father is from that fucking tough Samoan war tribe. You know.
So look, although I do say Ronnie Shields was a great trainer, I think I can't believe that, right? Like it's like a Mayo story saying that Thomas Hearns getting a massage before the fight with Hagler was why he lost the fight. And it's like, bro, come on. Like Mayo story really believed that, bro. Like a massage was determined. Like not the fact that stylistically Hagler was dangerous and a naturally bigger guy, but the fact that he got a massage was the reason he lost the fight. I think it's something similar. You know what I mean? It's like when it's hindsight and you come up on the receiving end of the loss, you're gonna look for reasons, and I think that's something that he wasn't okay with, and he attributed the loss to that. But bro, him telling him his dad didn't have anything with them waiting for that fight because they were supposed to have that fight before, but they sat around waiting for Lennox Lewis, and they were inactive. And then when they fought him, all he kept doing was throwing a left hook. Lennox Lewis was just running and holding his right hand up. So it was like you know what I mean. That was one of Lewis's easiest fights, believe it or not.
Yeah, he shouldn't have walked through. He shouldn't have walked through David Tua the way he did, bro. But he just, that's probably Lennox Lewis' best performance, bro. Well, like for all 12 rounds.
That and Shannon Briggs.
Yeah, Shannon Briggs. Yeah, bro. So made very light work of David Tua. So we have to, yeah, yeah, legacy.
So yeah, man. But yeah, that's a, bro, that's a. I'm happy with this list. Gus, what you think about the list, bro?
Pretty good.
We didn't hear what you said. You're in the Matrix.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
No, I just only thing is I don't think Usyk's overrated. I mean, it depends. What are they rating him?
You don't think
Who
who's
would win?
overrated?
Usyk. I mean, unless like, what are they rating him? Like the greatest of all time?
Yeah, who
He's not
who
the top. He
basically?
didn't make the top 10. He didn't
Nah,
make the
Yeah,
top 10.
he's not top.
And the fact that people are comparing this guy to Muhammad Ali, bro. So you
Okay,
had
yeah.
no choice but to put him in the overrated category.
Yeah, because he ain't no Ali, bro.
Like even when they rate the top 10 heavyweight list, I heard Paulie talking about this, and he was talking about like mentioning Usyk in that breath, and it's like, bro, come on, Paulie, come on, man.
he
Yeah,
put
bro.
Usyk
All
in the
right,
top
Bruce.
10.
He damn sure ain't no fucking Muhammad Ali. Ali was taking body punches from George Foreman, bro. Those same body punches would probably explode Usyk's liver, bro.
Nah, they were just his bones would disintegrate, bro. He'd become a
What
jellyfish.
what about who would win between Usyk and Jerry Cooney? Let's say Usyk defends his
I'm not gonna
undisputed
lie to
title.
you, bro. I don't think Usyk walked through Jerry Cooney, bro.
No, I don't think he walks to Jerry Cooney either, bro.
Yeah,
I think that's
I
actually
think
a
Jerry
tough fight.
Cooney, bro, Jerry Cooney is probably one of the most underrated heavyweights of all time. People rate Jerry Cooney like low because they feel like he was the great white hope, and Larry Holmes dismantled of him. But they, like I said, you got to remember that shit was like 13 rounds, bro, before he stopped him, and he hurt Larry Holmes multiple times. And if the fight would have went 12 rounds, he arguably could have won the fight in today's time. So, bro, Jerry Cooney was a beast, bro. I listen to him break down fights now, bro. He has a very high IQ. Surprised he's not training fighters. But bro, that dude was 6'6", and he was actually a beast. When people talk about Tyson Fury being big, he just big for nothing, bro. He don't even punch like a person that's 6'9". So Jerry Cooney punches like Tyson Fury gets credit for punching.
Yeah, and he just didn't have a good chin. He didn't have no good chin, bro.
he said, "Where's Isaac Frost?" Yeah, Ernie Shavers would
Hey,
You
dismantle.
know who Isaac Frost is?
bro. Hold on, where the fuck is Trevor Bryan at, bro? What are you
Trevor.
doing here?
Nah, really, we should have put Trevor Burbick on here. I ain't gonna lie to you.
But I think
Trevor
Trevor Burke.
Burbick and Ron Lyle didn't make the cut because it was kind of rushed, but they would have definitely been like Hall of Fame status.
Yeah,
Like they definitely honorable
But
mention for top 10.
Ron Lyle is definitely the most underrated heavyweight ever. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah, he was just unfortunate
Nobody ever
to
talks about
come
Ron
up in
Lyle.
that time. Yeah. Ron Lyle minus like if you take all the if you take Ron Lyle and put him in today's time, bro, he beats Usyk, he beats Tyson
He
Fury,
beats the shit out
he
of
beats all
everyone,
the
bro.
guys.
He beats the shit out of everyone, bro. It's not even a
I
question.
mean, if you look at this,
Bro, I was
list,
watching this documentary one time and he said that he was doing like 1,000 push-ups a day and he was only eating like one bowl of spinach.
That's fucking okay.
bro, that's
That's
Because
crazy.
he was in jail, bro. He's eating that prison food, bro. It was probably those packaged spinach that you add water to. And he was still doing 1,000 push-ups, bro, off that instant spinach, bro.
Jesus fucking Christ.
He said, what about Butterbean?
Butterbean. Hey, he did take Bomac to a decision, bro.
Hey, you can't forget about that, bro. He won a heartfelt decision like Bomac, bro.
Is that real? Did this dude actually fight Bomac?
Yeah, they really fought.
Butterbean fought Bomac.
And Bomac is the only Bomac lost to Butterbean by decision. That's what's so hilarious. Butterbean is not even known for winning decisions, and the fact that Bomac took him to a decision and won by decision, he won by decision is crazy, bro.
Yo, hey, do you think? All right, so look, if you look at this list, what are the top three most interesting matchups, and who do you think will win?
Oh, that's easy. Holyfield, Joe Frazier, um, Tyson Fury versus Joe Lewis, and George Foreman versus Larry Holmes.
Man, you just want to see Tyson get knocked out, bro.
Damn. Oh, like this.
Nah,
Oh,
I think that would be good because I think it would go kind of like Buddy Bear.
I don't even think I'm like exciting fights. I'd have to go like you said like Holyfield, Frazier, Mike Tyson, Ali,
oh yeah.
and Foreman versus Mike Tyson, bro.
Foreman versus Mike Tyson. Okay.
Yeah,
Do you really want to see that, bro?
yeah, I want to fucking see that shit.
Everybody know Mike gonna win that, bro.
The movable object versus the what's it
Nah, I
called?
just play. I don't know that Mike wins that for sure, but you know what's crazy though? If you look at people always say, these guys that were little that George Foreman would eat them up, but if you look at him versus what's that dude's name? The white Muhammad Kwali, he did pretty good being 5'5".
Oh yeah, he did do good in that fight.
To only be 5'5" and to be blown up, and then if you look at that fight, he had like a knee brace, bro. Like he had knee problems and shit.
I say Riddick Bowe.
That is
I want to see Riddick Bowe versus Lennox Lewis, Ali versus Larry Holmes, Prime versus Prime, and Foreman versus Sonny Liston. Yeah.
It's not bad, bro.
Yeah.
Even though, he said Kwali was 5'5". Yeah, I think he was, bro. That's what he was listed as.
Yeah, he's 5'5" as a light heavyweight, as a cruiserweight, and a heavyweight.
Tyson versus Holmes.
We already saw Mike
Tyson already beat Holmes, bro. He beat a Prime Holmes the same way, bro. That Prime Holmes was bro. He was vulnerable for that right hand. Customato told Tyson years before that, bro.
Yeah, he knocked out Holmes with a right hand. He didn't knock him out with a left hook. Yeah.
But he knocked him with the fucking
he stunned him with that right, bro. If you go back and listen to it, bro, it's like it sounds like a gun.
Bro, the way Holmes fell back too was hilarious. He fell back like a big ass tree falling down.
It felt like Shaq, like when Shaq gets like a flagrant foul and he falls in slow motion, like Kevin Hart was talking about.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Holmes is still mad to this day that Tyson knocked him out.
Bro, that's crazy, bro. Yeah, Holmes got to grow up, bro.
He what?
He's still mad.
He's still mad to this day. He's bitter. And you know what's funny? I dropped that video where he was in front of in front of Mike Tyson. He was talking about them fighting. And somebody was like, the only time that he's respectful is whenever he's in the face of Mike, and they wasn't lying, bro. Anytime Mike Tyson leave the room, bro, he always disrespectful, bro. But when he leave, I be talking. That's what he was acting like, bro.
He said Mike Tyson was the only guy, in his opinion, that actually beat him. Because he got knocked out. Like, you can't really debate that.
Bro, he still try to accredit it to his arm getting stuck in a rope, bro. Bro, you could have gave him an extra arm that day. He still would have got his ass knocked out.
Yeah, bro. All right, Riddick Bowe versus Sonny Liston.
Damn, bro, dude.
Riddick Bowe.
That's World War III.
Yo, okay, bet. Okay. Wait, why? I'm interested.
Because he could take away a guy's jab.
Yeah, and that was Sonny Liston bench boy. Yeah, Ali took away Sonny Liston's jab. Yeah. Sonny Liston couldn't do anything.
Taking away a jab was Eddie Futch's signature, bro.
True, Holmes talk shit. Yeah, bro. I agree. This man Riddick Bowe is cold, bro. He nice.
Oh, what about Ali versus Riddick Bowe?
That's interesting, bro. Riddick Bowe said he looked up to Ali, right? He said that he tried to fight like Ali, but he got gassed.
Yeah,
So he
he even
had
tried
to,
to he even tried to talk shit like him.
yeah.
You remember that? You remember that time he was trying to talk shit and George Foreman was there and he was calling everybody bugs and stuff.
Yeah, I remember that.
Man, I
You know
thought we
what's
was
funny?
cool, man. What do you say
Foreman
that?
had Lennox Lewis. Lewis, you ain't the man I thought you was. I thought you was cool. Hey, bring it on, man.
You're a chump.
Razor Ruddock was afraid of you. I ain't afraid of you.
You say who?
He said Razor Ruddock was afraid of him. He ain't afraid of you.
Oh yeah. I heard him say that. Razor Ruddock was afraid of you, man.
But all right, man, I'm gonna probably be back tonight with 9 box. We had to get this heavyweight list established since Usyk done gave us the first undisputed champion in 25 years. But I'm finna go have lunch with the family.
All right, man. Enjoy the list. It was fun.
It's a good list.
This is the definitive heavyweight list, by the way. You know, every other heavyweight list is just not valid. So this is the definitive list. If anybody was wondering. Yeah.
With that being said, man, even if the people that disagree with me, the older school people, they still would probably rate Muhammad Ali #1, bro. Like when BBO did an interview the other day and we talked to Reggie Johnson. Reggie Johnson was like, Ali was the GOAT, bro. Nobody's better.
Yo, that's nice. You gotta send me that link, man. With you talking to Reggie Johnson.
But yeah, that was the heavyweights are gonna always be interesting. I just like that we finally got a definitive one, so that we can stop all this debate and shit. We can start doing era versus era because we used to be like, who's the undisputed? Now we know who the undisputed is, and I love it, bro. I love it. Now we can get back to these type of conversations, man. Like I said, agree with me or disagree with me. Facts still remain, man. Ali to go. But all right, man. Y'all got any final words before I end it?
Nah. No final words.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and end it then.
Mike, Francois Botha, 6-1 underdog. Are there any concerns on your part?
I don't know anything about that. I don't know nothing about numbers. I just know what I can do.
How about
kill this mother? Well, it. It's a fight, so whatever happens, happens.
Mike, why do you have to talk like that?
Well, I'm talking to you the way I want to talk to you. Do you have a problem? Turn off your station.
You know what? I think we'll end the discussion right now.
Then we could.
You got it. Have a nice fight, Mike.
Off.
10 toes down, ends don't lie, I need mines right now. I took my time, put it all on the line. Swallow my pride and still can't be denied. I been about mine, 10 toes down, ends don't lie, I need mines right now. I took my time, put it all on the line. Swallow my pride and still can't be denied. Heard pussy niggas talking, saying Kingston just an old nigga. 10 toes down, that nigga Kingston still fold niggas. Never been no hoe nigga, just watch the money tree grow bigger. And I be goddamn if I depend on hoes like a nothing ass little broke nigga. Ain't no respect, yeah the game switch. Most of these niggas be shameless. Type of niggas be ducking fights, but then put your hands on your main bitch, that's some lame shit. Same niggas that I came with, that CBD Marvin, that FOFK say fucking nigga, that's the same clip. Wouldn't switch it up and wouldn't change shit. Fuck boys got the game bent, talking down like he can't be touched, but a nigga like me make it famous. Gotta follow up and get back to business. Got that hard white, that's that catchy grip and go all night just to stack commission. If I fall, might just have to slap the clip and y'all sound live, but it's a fact of fiction. Full paper chase, that's my active mission. Stay hustle mode, never slacking with. Stay on code about that action, nigga. Get the clapping, nigga. Just the 80s, baby. That's the crazy thing. Niggas quick to hop up on the gravy train, trying to rock my wave. I'm too wavy, man, and I never let a bitch nigga play me, man. 10 toes down, ends don't lie. I need mines right now. I took my time, put it all on the line. Swallow my pride and still can't be denied. I been about mine, 10 toes down, ends don't lie. I need mines right now. I took my time, put it all on the line. Swallow my pride and still can't be denied.